here in 3, 2, 1.
All right. What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? Welcome into the stream, everybody. Welcome in. I already got about 500 of you guys in here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that nice little loading screen there, starting soon screen there from Charlie. He cooked that up there. He's been cooking up some banger graphics here lately. But yeah, guys, we are approaching a supercell thunderstorm right now just southwest of the Kansas City metro area. We got ourselves a supercell, actually two supercell storms here, keeping an eye on. One is just south of Lawrence, Kansas. This other one is a little bit closer to, was that Paula? I think it's, I say Paula or something, Kansas. I'm bad with the town names out here, Chad, so bear with me. Close to Stanton, Kansas. I can read that one. Oh my gosh, I'm not even trying to pronounce that. Asawakami. Like, I don't even know how to say some of these names, but yes, we got ourselves a supercell thunderstorm that we're approaching right now. It's parked along this warm front, and I believe there's a pretty good tornado threat with this storm. It already has a pretty established mesocyclone on it. I would not be shocked if this thing gets tornado warned in the next couple of minutes here, and it's looking pretty good right now. I'll go ahead and show you what we're looking at here. Go ahead and flip this around here. Here is what our storm is looking like right now. You got a nice supercell. This is a low top supercell, mini supercell. Today we're talking mini supercells, not your big, hail core type supercells. These storms are not going to have any hail, but they are going to pose a tornado threat. Look at the red and green there. We got a pretty decent mesocyclone shaping up here on this storm. And this is all it's going to take. It's not going to take a whole lot to get tornadoes today, Bridge. Starlink might cut, Starlink might cut, Starlink might cut. There's a bridge. There's a cop. There's a cop. Everybody act natural. Everybody act normal. All right, we're good. But yes, look at that mesocyclone developing here on this supercell. I just ingested a couple mergers, and I think that's really causing this updraft to really take off and this mesocyclone to start ramping up here. We are actually just to the northwest of this thing. You can see our location there on Radar Omega there, just to the northwest of the supercell. We got another one here, another cop. Slow down. All right, on the speed limit here. Look at this storm on the backside too. We're keeping an eye on this one closer to Ottawa, Kansas. Hopefully I pronounced that one right. And that one also has some rotation on it as well. So we're kind of between these two storms. Right now I am targeting the southeastern one, the most eastern storm here. In fact, it looks like it's riding some sort of boundary. If you guys can see right here, look at this boundary this supercell is riding right now. It is kind of locked in on that boundary there. So I think this thing's gonna have a pretty decent tornado threat moving forward as this thing approaches the old, it could approach the Kansas City metro. I'm not exactly sure if this thing will make it all the way there. It might actually head a little bit more easterly. It might miss the metro to the south, but it might be more of a south metro, or even it might not even impact the metro at all, which would be good. But nonetheless, this is pretty close to the Kansas City metro. We also have a 5% tornado risk for today here in eastern Kansas. In fact, chat, I wasn't even going to chase today. Seismic Mike, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, man. Get some W Mikes there in the chat. Thank you, Mike. Also, just noticed Sharon just joined the Storm Society. Welcome in there, Sharon. Look at that Corvette right there. There's a nice Stingray just went by. But anyway, thank you for the memberships there, Mike. You're the man. Be sure to drop a like on the stream too. We're already at about 364 likes on the stream there. Almost 1,000 people watching. Be sure to smash the like button there real quick. But yeah, I got up this morning, chat, and I was not really keen on chasing today. I got up at 7 a.m. to take a look at the North Dakota threat. And I was not really liking what I was seeing up there in North Dakota. I just didn't think there was a good enough chance of a storm firing. The environment's really good up there, but I just didn't think it was worth it. Plus, I ended up waking up with a bit of a cold today. So yeah, if you guys can't tell, we are Eli less today. No Eli. See, we have no Eli here today, so that is unfortunate. But I went ahead and told him that, hey, just letting you know I'm a little bit sick this morning, and I just figured it was best for Eli to probably stay home today. I did not want Eli to be getting sick or anything like that, because I'm not sure. It's just kind of coming on right now, so I could be getting a little bit more sick here as the day goes on. We'll see what happens. It pretty much just showed up today. But I didn't want to miss this. Got a 5% tornado risk. Looks like our storm actually just got severe warned too now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning on our storm. So, yeah, but I did not want to miss today, even though I felt bad. Got up this morning, I looked at the MCV setup in northeast Kansas, and I was like, you know what? I could see us getting a couple tornadoes down there in northeast Kansas. Frozen Rose, the 5 gifted memberships. Get some W Roses going there in the chat. Whiskey Echo there, they give the super chat. Welcome to Kansas. You're just east of my location. What's up there, Whiskey Echo? Looks like if you're just east of your location. Okay, so you should be back probably closer towards Carbondale, if I'm gonna guess where you're at right now. But Chad, it's nothing super serious. Like, it's not like I'm dying or anything at the moment. But I just woke up with a lot more congestion. My nose is just kind of pouring, which is never a good sign. And just you know that feeling, Chad. You know that feeling of when you're starting to get a little bit sick. It's hard to explain exactly, but your head just feels a little bit weird. That's exactly how I've been feeling all day long. So, yeah, I just figured it was the best call to probably go on my own here today. We do have Charlie, though, guys. We do have Charlie in the background right now. I'm going to have to throw you guys over to Charlie here in just a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to hang out with you guys just for a little bit. For a little bit longer before we send you guys over to Charlie. But he's got a forecast.
Freddy, please don't cough on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Charlie, but I think you're cooked today. You're gonna be getting sick too, man. Gosh, dang it, man. I could have made that light, Chad. I could have totally made that light, but Charlie just threw me off. He distracted me, and I wasn't locked in enough to hit that light. So, but look at that beautiful Casey's there. But yes, welcome in everybody. Who do we got in here? We got Canes in here. We got Court Stimpy. Toxie's in here. Sprinkles, Happy Seal to Michael.
In the back of his head.
Jupton. We've got Mike and Holly's in here. Lex. Marianne's in here. Bud. Allie's in here. We got Andrew and Jen. Mod Squad is representing right now, as always. So great to see everybody in here right now. Already over 1,000 of you guys tuning into the stream. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. John Riggs, welcome to the Storm Society. Welcome in there, John Riggs. But yeah, like I said, chat, I'm going to be on my own today. So I have not chased by myself in a while, actually. It's been a long time since I've chased by myself. So it's going to be a little bit of a little deja vu, a little bit of a nostalgic experience. All last year, for the most part, I chased on my own. But, this year I've been chasing with Eli. I've gotten used to Eli manning the camera, manning the stream, manning all that stuff. So I'm going to have to really lock in today, guys. I got to do pretty much everything, except for Charlie. He's able to man some of the stream stuff in the back end. So I do have Charlie. That is the difference between how things used to be last year. Dad, thank you for the 16 months of membership there. Let's go, Freddy, get that tornado. Hey, thanks, Dad. Wish you were down here, man. Chad, my dad's on a bit of a camping trip right now, so he's a little bit stuck up in Nebraska today. So unfortunately, he was not able to chase. He wanted to chase today. He definitely wanted to chase today, but he was not able to do so. So that was unfortunate, but we'll see if we can do him proud here today. Diane with the super chat. Thank you, Diane. We'll try to feel a little bit better here. Like I said, Chad, it's nothing like super crazy. It's not like I'm dying, but you know how it feels when you're just a little bit sick. You just feel a little bit sick, You just feel a little bit sick. Holy hydroplane. All right, we're already getting into this first lead cell, chat. Getting into this lead cell here by Ottawa. This one could even have some sort of wall cloud or something. So once we slice through it, I'm going to see if we can get an angle on this thing and see if there's any sort of structure to this lead cell. But I'm thinking it's going to be that lead one down there by, I cannot say that down, Osawatomie. Osawatomie, is that how you say that? Osawatomie, I'm going to go with that. But down there somewhere, the lead cell, I think that's going to be the play here. It's going to be that lead cell. It looks like it's parked right along that boundary. Andy with a month of membership there. Appreciate you, Andy. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that there. But yeah, we'll see what happens today, guys. We'll see what happens. Like I said, little bit of an early start here today. A little bit of an early start. Got these MCV setups. They're a little bit hit or miss, a little bit boom or bust. These MCV days can either really overperform, water on the road. They can either overperform and get a lot of nice photogenic tornadoes, or they can completely bust. And there's really not a lot of in between. You just never really know when these days are going to be big days or just be total crapshoots. And today could really be either one. I do think that cell, though, has a decent shot at producing a tornado. We just got to get on it, though. And we got some hay bales. We got some hay bales. This time the hay bales are not rolling. We do not have any rolling hay bales. That mezzo's looking pretty good, Chad. That mezzo's looking pretty good down there. It got, all right. Can't see over this hill. Can't see over the hill, so I'll have to give it a moment here. Yep, there's a car coming over the hill, so that's why I can't pass him, so. Gotta lock in here, guys. Gotta lock in. Dad, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dad. All right. This is annoying. W, Dad, in the chat. W, Papa John there. B, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, B. You guys are the best. We gotta get around these hay bales. Got a tractor carrying some hay bales here, so. All right. If you don't go here, bro, I'm sending you. Okay. That's what I thought. Got a semi coming, so we gotta get around this guy before the old 18-wheeler slabs us. Would not be good. Let's see. Native Nuggets with a super chat. Mucinex, fun. Get well soon, brother. Appreciate you there. Native Nuggets. I do have me some cold medicine. I actually kind of forgot to take it, though. Forgot to take the cold medicine. Maybe I should go ahead and... I just didn't want to be drowsy, though, for the stream. I was a little bit afraid that this cold medicine could make me just be a little bit weird. Maybe a little bit kind of, out of it. So I'm kind of... I think I'm going to hold off the cold medicine, at least for now. Until, unless I start to feel really bad. Then I'll go ahead and take it. But I do have a little supply here of some of that orange. You guys might be familiar with it, but that orange medicine right here. So, holy smokes! All right, first I'm going to hit. Who just sent that? Let's see. Rune with the 5 gifted memberships there. W, Rune in the chat. Thank you, Rune. And gosh dang, Martha. Martha. Thank you for the $100 super chat there. Can we spam some W's up for Martha in the chat right now? Thank you so much, Martha, for the $100 super chat. You are the best. You are actually the best. Feel a little bit better now just because of the super chat there. So look at that nice red super chat. Thank you, Martha. A very, very generous donation there. So, and once again, you guys are the only reason I'm able to do this, be here right now, be able to chase these storms. I mean, you guys are the freaking best. So just thank you guys so much for supporting the stream, and you guys are always showing up and showing out, and, and supporting the operations here, and, it's just really cool to see. Very thankful for you guys. Very, very thankful. But guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and send you over to Charlie here for a quick forecast here. He's going to give you guys a rundown on the SPC, the storms right now, our current storms, which storm he's going to like, or which storm he would pick, and also the environment currently. So Charlie's going to go ahead and do a quick forecast for you guys. Quick Charlie cast coming up here in a second. Be sure to say what's up to Charlie. Without further ado, Charlie Bordeaux. Got to make sure I get his last name correct. Charlie Bordeaux. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been summoned. How's it going, everyone? Great to be here on this wonderful, what is today? Friday afternoon. We're locked in for some nice Kansas noodles. And yeah, as you've seen out there, we already have supercells developing. We're watching this storm to the south of the Kansas City area, approaching Fonta. I think that's how you pronounce that town name. Working its way towards Highway 69 south of Kansas City. And look, we got plenty of other storms out there. So we always play our game, which storm would you pick? And we have a lot of options today. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, got 5, we got 6. We got plenty of options for the which storm would you pick game today. And I am liking this cell right off here, and we'll get over to that in just a second. But before then, I want to take you guys over to our Storm Prediction Center so you guys can see what is going on out there. We do have that slight risk near the Kansas City area, another slight risk up in the Dakotas, and another slight risk off along the East Coast. Our wind outlook, we have those 15% contours. No hail risk for our target area, mainly because these are mini supercells. There's just not a lot of room for hail to grow inside of mini supercells because they're so small. But we do have that 5% tornado risk, and that pretty much just picks out our target area for us. If you're chasing today, you're picking the 5%. It's a very simple go here target area today. So driving today, severe weather risk, we have this little bit of enhanced flow at the mid-levels of our atmosphere right over the Kansas City area, helping to give these storms that extra little push they need to get moving. We also have plenty of instability, dew points approaching 75 degrees out there. That is plenty of fuel for these storms and providing plenty of CAPE, convective available potential energy. That is the measure of how much potential energy we have in the atmosphere for our storms to feed off of. Basically just a measure of fuel for our updrafts. You can see we got plenty of it, around 2,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE out there. And wind shear, you can see starting off a little lackluster with the wind shear early on in the day, but once we get towards the evening, those wind shear values are going to really increase, and we're already starting to see that, seeing as how we already have supercells developing out there south of Kansas City. Now, one of the driving factors about today's setup is you see this swirl right here. This is from a satellite loop earlier in the day. You can see this swirl sitting there over Kansas. That is called a mesoscale convective vortex, or an MCV. Essentially what happened is we had this large complex of storms work its way out of Oklahoma last night, and it left behind that region of spinning air, kind of acting like an area of low pressure. And below those MCVs is a very favorable corridor for mini supercells, and those mini supercells are especially fueled by 0 to 3 kilometer CAPE and surface vorticity. This plot is a little bit old. We're going to get to a more updated plot here in just a little bit, but you can see earlier in the day we already had a decent amount of surface vorticity out there. That's the measure of spin in the lowest levels of the atmosphere right off the surface, and when you get a storm to ingest that, that is really going to help increase the tornado threat. And 3 CAPE, that is the measure of instability in the lowest levels of the atmosphere. If you want a strong, robust, low-level updraft, which is what a tornado is, you need fuel in those lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere. And we have that today. And our HRRR is picking up on the signal for severe weather today pretty good, initiating those supercells outside of the Kansas City area, working their way into the region as we go through tonight. I also want to point out we do have a flooding risk out there for today. The Weather Prediction Center has outlined a moderate risk for excessive rainfall, and that is fueled by the fact that these storms aren't moving super fast, so they're going to take their sweet time kind of traversing through this region. This storm that is currently severe warned that we are tracking towards right now is only moving 20 miles per hour. So you folks around the Kansas City area, heads up. On top of these storms working their way through, they're going to be moving slow, so that could pose a flooding risk. But I do want to take you guys over to our mesoanalysis before we send things back on over to Freddy, so you guys can get an idea of what the environment looks like right now as we are approaching that target storm. If we go to our favorite cheat code, you can see we have that bullseye there, south of Kansas City, and we have the wind shear to support a more prolonged severe weather threat as we step through the evening tonight. So, going to be an interesting day. These MCVs can always be a little bit tricky because sometimes they can throw a few curveballs at you, but I think we are off to a solid start so far, as this storm out there is already starting to look pretty good, with a nice mesocyclone that's slowly starting to get more developed. And even these other storms have a little bit of rotation on them. Nothing super strong, but it is a good start for today. If I were chasing out there, I probably would have picked the wrong spot, because that's my trend for these past few MCV setups. But if I don't pick the wrong spot, I'd be picking this area out east. When I was on the phone with Freddy this morning, I was thinking, you know what? I think this is a day where you just want to set out east and just wait for something to mature. And sure enough, we have a storm way out east ahead of everything that's developed pretty nicely. So, with that, I'm going to send things back on over to Freddy. Do you have a view of the base of that storm that's just to your south? I see you're just starting to poke out of the rain there.
A view of the base of that storm that's just to your south. I see you're just starting to poke out of the rain there.
I do not have a view of the base just yet. I've got a nice little wall of trees in the way. Eastern Kansas is not exactly as friendly as some of the western parts of the state here. In fact, chasing here can be a little bit difficult. Got a lot of hills. This is the Flint Hills of Kansas, guys. So, roads are a little bit more sparse here, do weird things. You got a lot more rivers and lakes, things like that, and trees. You got a lot more trees out here. So I do not have a view of the base. Hoping to get one here in just a little bit once I get just south of this town. I believe I'm in the town of Edgerton. In the town of Edgerton, Kansas here, approaching the town of Spring Hill, Kansas. But we're kind of just snuggled up in between these two cells. I think, looks like a service is struggling a little bit there, but I think it's going to be that lead cell that Charlie was talking about there, that lead cell down by Paula, just northwest of Fontana, by Asawantami. No clue if I'm saying that right, chat. No clue. There's about a 75% chance I'm saying that town name wrong. And there's about a 75% chance that there's people that are making fun of me in the chat right now for my pronunciation, which is fine. Totally cool. Love it. But yeah, be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys, if you've not already. We got about almost 800 likes, almost 2,000 of you guys in the stream right now. So if everybody goes ahead and clicks that like button, we should be up to about 2,000 likes really, really quick. I am liking the way the storm is looking. It's got a pretty decent mesocyclone on it. A little bit surprised it's actually not gone tornado warned quite yet. In fact, I think it looked a little bit better a few scans ago. I think this thing could trend right back up again, but I think a few scans ago this thing looked more impressive. It had a little bit more of a robust mesocyclone on it, but nevertheless, still looking pretty favorable here, guys. Still really liking the way this storm is looking, and like I said, we're down here. We're gonna get on this thing. Once we get to Spring Hill, that should be my road to drop south on this thing, and hopefully we can get right up underneath the base, underneath the wall cloud, and see what this thing's got. So we'll see what happens. Is today going to be a boom? Is today going to be a bust? Only time will tell. But the day is really just beginning for us. So we'll see what happens as we drop south here down towards Palo. No clue if I'm saying that town right either. I am not good with the town names out here.
I'm feeling 3 big booms today.
3 big booms. 3 big booms. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good, guys. Charlie has given me like 0 booms on a few setups, and we've seen tornadoes on those days. So, I think we have a decent shot of getting a tornado here today. And by the way, if there's a tornado, I'm driving right into it. I'm driving right into the tornado today. These are these MCV type tornadoes, the kinds that I love to get up close and personal with. Kind of like the tornado, actually, that we chased with Charlie. Charlie, that was an MCV day as well that we chased over there in Illinois. And by the way, chat, Charlie just posted a video on our Illinois tornado chase. So if you guys have been chomping at the bit for some storm chasing content, some videos, Charlie just posted a video. So after the stream, you guys better go over there and watch Charlie Bordeaux's new YouTube video featuring our tornado chase over in Illinois. So it's a very good video. I watched. I actually got to see the first couple drafts.
I'm a little biased, but I think it's a good video.
You see, I'm not really biased, and I still think it's a good video. So guys, I think you should go over there and check it out and support our guy. Sorry, I just got some burps coming up here. Oh boy. Go support our guy, Mr. Bordeaux, because it's a pretty good. He put a lot of work in that video too. Jen just sent a super chat saying Asawatomi. Asawatomi. I'm probably saying that wrong still, but thank you for putting the pronunciation in there. As long as I'm close, I think you guys know the gist. Thank you for that super chat there, Jen. But yeah, we got to get to this highway, this 169, nice, and take this south down towards Paula. This thing's not really moving all that fast. Wondering if it's going to take some sort of nudger to get this thing actually going here. It might take some sort of nudger to occur in order for this thing to to acquire an actual tornado threat, because right now it seems to be kind of stuck. It's kind of stuck in a very similar state, just watching it. It's been close, I think. I think this thing's been close to doing a tornado. It just needs a little bit more umph. And now also maybe the environment will get a little bit better with time as well. I think Charlie was mentioning maybe our wind shear is going to ramp up here as we get a little bit further on into the afternoon and evening. So we'll see what happens. Where is this now? We are currently just south of Gardner, Kansas, just southwest of the Kansas City Metro. You were closer before. What am I saying? Am I saying it even like wrong now? I'm saying it worse now. I don't even know. See, this is why I don't try when it comes to pronouncing things. I'm just a Nebraskan boy who doesn't know how to pronounce anything. So, us Nebraskans aren't really.
We're gonna play pronounce the Wisconsin town name game.
Yeah, how about no? I think I'm gonna pass on that one because I would fail that. Do not drive into tornadoes. That's interesting coming from you, Dad, Mr. Tornado Interceptor himself. That is smart though. Definitely don't drive into any tornadoes.
But it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. So I might drive into a tornado today, guys, if it's weak. If it's a little bit on the strong side, I probably won't intentionally try to do it. In fact, it looks like we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning on our storm here. Still has a decent mezzo. Charlie, you see that the boundary on the, I think that's the warm front on the Kansas City radar. And it looks to me like that boundary is latched onto the storm. So, it's got me wondering if this thing's got a little bit of a, I don't know, it might do something.
Yeah, this storm is just zippering down this boundary. If it can turn right and grab onto it farther, we're going to be cooking.
I think it is trying to turn right. To me, the last few scans, it's nudging a little bit more to the right. And if that happens, we could have a more substantial tornado threat here sooner rather than later. Here's our storm right here, guys. And I'll go ahead and just animate it here for a second. But you can see it's starting to take more of a right turn by the looks of things here. So I'm liking the way it's looking. And if you can make out that subtle boundary, I can't really draw on the screen right now, but it comes from the right side. It's just east of the storm. You have this kind of subtle boundary that comes in right about there. I don't know, it's in there. Charlie could probably do a better job picking it out than I can. But that is a favorable look. Boundaries are very favorable for tornadoes because you get a lot of vorticity that will pool along those boundaries. And vorticity is very good, very favorable for tornadoes. And as you can see here, we still got a pretty good amount of convergence on this storm. All that red you're seeing there is actually inflow. That is wind that is flowing away from the radar. And in this case, the radar is in Kansas City, which means red is flowing to the west. So that is inflow there. And then your greens, that would be your RFD/outflow on the storm. So we have a very broad mesocyclone, but there is definitely a mesocyclone on the storm. And I think this is the storm. I don't really see any other storm to me that really strikes me as a tornado threat. There could be some stuff that comes out of the southwest later on, but I think we're on the storm of the day here. And if anything's going to really do it, I think it's this one. I think we picked the right storm. But we'll see. Only time will tell here. Only time will tell. Yeah, it is trying to get a hook there, Juped in. It's making an attempt at it. How big are supercells usually? I have some storms things in my area. Can't tell if they're supercells. You'll know if they're a supercell there, Lex. A supercell is a rotating thunderstorm with a rotating updraft and a mesocyclone. So if you're kind of like, is this a supercell or not a supercell? In all likelihood, it is not a supercell because supercells have some pretty unique characteristics to them. Usually you'll have a nice flat base, some striations. They're definitely quite unique compared to your run-of-the-mill thunderstorm, and they can be pretty small. I think that's a misconception as well. A lot of people think of supercells as these big rotating, these big supercells, right? They think of those big ones, big green 4-inch hail. 60,000 foot tops, tons of lightning, giant mesocyclone. That is kind of your stereotypical supercell, but a lot of them are actually a lot smaller, like the ones we're dealing with here today. These are what we would call low top supercells. These supercells are actually a lot smaller. They're basically like the bigger ones, just condensed. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Supercell. And you have like, you know, lower echo tops. I'm not sure what the echo tops are on this storm here at the moment, but I'm going to guess they're probably around 40,000 foot tops as opposed to, let's say, 60,000 during during like a more robust supercell. But it does not mean they cannot produce tornadoes. While hail is not really a big threat on a day like today, in fact, there's pretty much zero hail threat with these storms, tornadoes are still very much possible, because what makes up for that lack of size when it comes to supercells is how easy it is for these storms to actually produce tornadoes. When you have an environment of a lot of zero free cape and vorticity, it does not take a whole lot to get a tornado on a day like today. So you might be looking at radar and be like, oh, that rotation's kind of weak. Well, it could still be dropping a tornado in an environment like today, because the environment is so just conducive for tornadoes. All you need to do is get a little bit of a mesocyclone that'll tighten up, and you get a tornado. And you can have a tornado on a storm where you get like 20,000 foot tops, 30,000 foot tops. I've seen it happen before, where you get like a tiny little beam, literally like a 10-mile wide supercell, and it'll drop a tornado. So these are very fascinating setups, but, you know, I think they're really cool. And also the tornadoes on days like today, usually, I shouldn't say always, because I don't want to, like, who knows, maybe this thing drops a strong tornado.
I've seen mini supercells that are no larger than 3 miles.
I have too, Charlie. I've seen some absolutely tiny beams. Some microscopic beams before. So, yeah, see who sent the super chat there. Vantage put with the super chat, what time you plan on reaching the storm? I don't think you answered the $2 super chat. I didn't see your super chat there, Vantage. That's my bad. But, and Alex, or what is that? Alex, thank you for the super chat there. We're going to be on this storm chat in like maybe 15 minutes. We're about to drive into it. We're about to drive into the core of this storm, so we are not that far off from getting on this thing. We just need to get on this road that'll take us east. I think we have to go to probably go to Lewisburg and then drop south. I think it's going to be our play here, and just kind of get just ahead of the mezzo. But we're closing in. Thankfully, the storm is not moving super fast, which is allowing us to really catch up to this thing. It's got a 1/4-inch hail on it, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, no tornado possible tag, which is a little bit interesting to me because it does have a pretty good mezzo. But wow, look at this right here. There's a mini supercell. I just noticed that. The structure right there, guys. So that is another one of these cells. What even is that? That's this tiny little beam we have in between our main storm and the actual supercell that we're going for. And that was some pretty solid structure. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but we had a nice base on that cell. And that's just a testament to the environment that we have in place. Everything is spinning. Everything wants to go here. It's just, you know, finding the right storm to actually take in that vorticity-rich environment, that really good 0-3 cape. And here we go. Look at this. Look at this nice little mini supercell right here, guys. And this is on like a tiny little storm. I mean, this.
Alrighty, well, the storm has eaten Freddy. The storm was insulted, so it ate Freddy to grow larger and grow big and strong. But while we wait for him to come back, here's that supercell that he's watching right now, just to the southwest of Lewisburg, approaching Highway 69 south of Kansas City. We have this boundary sitting right down in here, and as Freddy was saying, these boundaries are a good focal point for a little extra spin and a little extra fuel. So if this storm can hook its way down to that boundary and move along it, we may see an increase in our tornado threat here.
Yeah, look at the base on this thing. This is a cute little supercell. This thing's pretty much has like no threat of really doing anything, but it looks nice. Maybe I'll have to go to wide here for a second. Unfortunately, the focus doesn't lock. Focus, come on. I don't think the wide angle is really effective there, so I'll just switch it back to this, but alright, let's make sure we're clear. This guy is indeed turning. Is indeed turning here. But yeah, I might give you guys a shot out the side window here in a second. If I can get a little break in the trees here. But yeah, chat, where's everybody tuning in from right now on the stream? Let's see it in the chat. Where is everybody tuning in from right now? We are currently just north of
We're also going to have to keep an eye to our west near Williamsburg. There's another storm riding this boundary.
Oh yeah, you're right, Charlie. So maybe there's a second storm. But chat, where is everybody tuning in from? Where is everybody tuning in from in the chat right now? Let's see it. Drop your location in the chat right now. Let's see where everybody's tuning in from right now. We got Brazil, Germany. Look at that. Already starting international. Netherlands, Indiana. Indiana's not international. Alabama, Slovakia tuning in. Virginia, Pennsylvania tuning in. Gosh dang. Oh my gosh. Now the chat's flying. Can you guys you guys are just breaking the chat right now. Bennington, Nebraska. Hey, I saw a tornado next to there earlier this year, actually. Slovakia tuning in. Indiana again. Got a couple Indianans in here. Probably some Kansans in here. Topeka, Kansas. There we go. San Diego, California tuning in. Look at that. Another Slovakia, or maybe it's the same person. We got Earth. Big shout out to all the Earthlings out there. Do we have any Plutonians in the chat? Oh, I gotta lock in here for a second. Got Malaysia. I saw Malaysia in there. Another Indiana. A lot of Indianans in here. What is going on in Indiana today? Got a lot of Indianans in here. More Earthlings in here. Lots of Earthlings in here. KC, baby. Way to represent their Ram. I don't like your football team, though. I'm sorry. Chad, I am not a Kansas City fan. I'm an Eagles fan, so, you know. But, yeah, I guess enough said there. I know there's probably a lot of Eagles fans, or not Eagles fans, but Kansas City fans in my chat right now. So they're all about to dislike the stream and leave because I said that. Probably not, but you never know. Just a little friendly competition there, but, you know. See, the Eagles and the Chiefs, you know, they've had a bit of a rivalry going recently because, you know, the Chiefs got the best of them in that first Super Bowl. And the Eagles came back with vengeance last year, so. Wow, look at this right here. Chad, there's actually like a wall cloud in here. Are you kidding me? Chad, there's actually like a little wall cloud. And it's gone. Because you got freaking trees everywhere, but yeah, there's actually a little wall cloud on this mini storm. Kind of impressive. Go Cowboys. See, I also don't like the Cowboys. I do feel a little bit bad for the Cowboys, though, right now. I'm not going to lie. I feel a little bit bad for them right now. Poland checking in. Oklahoma checking in. See, Chad, we're international here. We got people that tune in from all over. People tuning in from all over the world, and even the galaxy, actually. Sorry, chat. For those of you that don't know, I am a little bit sick right now, so if occasionally you hear me blowing my nose or coughing or just kind of having a moment, just bear with me. I'm pushing through a little bit of a cold here today, so it's nothing too terrible, but, you know, it just is what it is. That's why Eli's not here. For those of you that are, you know, unsure where Eli is right now, Eli is home. I did not want Eli getting sick today because I had a sickness that is coming on, and I did not want to get Eli sick there, so. But I do miss having Eli in the car right now, you know, running the stream and running the chat. It is always great to have the man, the myth, the legend here in the vehicle.
I miss my Pookie.
Same here, man. Same here. Sydney's in the. Is that your moderator, Charlie? Is that your moderator, Sydney, in the chat? She always has beef with me whenever I hop into your chat. Alright, I need to make sure. Where do I turn? Oh, I got a roundabout. Uh-oh. Got a roundabout.
I can't find it. There's too many people in the chat right now.
I guess that's not a bad problem to have. Chat, we got about 3,000 of you guys in here. You guys are packed in here like sardines right now, so be sure to smash the like button while you're here already. And this guy is... You can go, buddy. You got the right of way. I don't have the right of way. Chat, I need to get some new brake pads going, too. I still have not gotten my new brake pads put on this thing, so there's always that chance that my brakes could give out at any moment during this chase, so, you know, they've been squealing quite a bit here lately, which tells me that I need to definitely change the pads on this thing. So I'm hoping if tomorrow's not a chase day, Chad, I'm going to go try to get my brakes done tomorrow, so... Yeah, that's her, Charlie. She just said that she doesn't have beef with me, but then proceeds to look like she has beef with me. So, oh, wait, with you? Excuse you, Freddie. Well, what? Oh no, excuse me. Never mind. Never mind. Maybe she doesn't have beef with me. Chat, look at the mezzo on this thing. It still has a decent mezzo. Southwest of Lewisburg, Kansas here.
It's okay, Sydney. I have beef with Freddy too.
Yeah, he's got Charlie and I have a nice we have a nice ribeye. We have a nice ribeye together, so that's the beef that Charlie and I have. We just eat steaks together, so.
He refuses to admit that the Badgers are the best college football team.
Alright, bro, now you're just tweaking, okay? Now you're just certified tweaking right now, so. Everybody knows that the Huskers are the best football team in America, both NFL and college football, so. And it's not even close. 2019 LSU who?
Chat, he's forgetting I have all the buttons. I can turn them off.
Don't you dare, Charlie. Paul just did it, and became a Storm Society. Wait, no, he's back in the Storm Society. That's right, Paul. I know you're in the Storm Society. Well, you know what? I thought I was being clever there for a second, so at least it worked. Welcome back in, man.
Hey guys, it's me, Freddy McKinney, here live from south of Kansas City, here to say that I love the Wisconsin Badgers.
Taking me so far south. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening? Whoa, 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 whoa. GPS, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Why are we going? No! I did not want to go here. No! It's not what I wanted to do. No! Wow, that train track looks a little rough. Slow down for that thing. Gosh dang, brother. You hit that going 60, you're cooked. Gosh dang it, Chad. I should have double-checked my GPS here. I think I got an option here that'll work, though. It'll just take us right through the back end of the storm, Chad. We're just going to slice straight through it. Actually, this might be quicker to go this way anyway, so. Might be a little bit quicker to go this way. Looks like we got to turn about 1.2 miles here. By the way, guys, I decided to do without the mics today as well, just to kind of simplify the old stream setup. So, you know, we're not running the mics here today, which, you know, I think is totally fine. I don't think you guys really necessarily need the mics right now, but decided to kind of do without them here for today, just to kind of simplify the stream setup. So that's why the audio sounds a little bit different here today. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. Lynette with the super chat. W. Lynette there for the 20. Somebody said the Badgers suck. Are you going to let that go, Charlie? Ricky Tutorial says Badgers suck in the chat. Wow. Thank you for the super chat there, Lynette.
Mods, ban him.
Mods, do not ban him. He's spitting facts. He's spitting facts. Hey, this road looks a little closed.
I'll ban him myself.
Oh my gosh. Kelly with the super chat. Freddy, you've been sabotaged. Was I actually? Did Charlie sabotage me? You can hear me, Kate? Okay, that's good. Glad you guys can hear me. Hopefully I can maintain my voice today too, you know, with this cold that I have. That was my biggest fear, is whether or not I'd be able to maintain my talking voice, because sometimes, you know, your voice will go out. But so far, I think I've been managing it pretty good. The coffee's kicking in pretty good too right now. I think the coffee is my mess. Ooh, look at this water here. There we go. Get a nice little underwash there. I think I just splashed that guy in his car though, so I do apologize. I don't think I'm making this light, chat. No, gosh dang it. Arby's. Brandon would be getting some mod sticks right now if he was at the Arby's here. So I know Brandon and Connor and Stormrunner and Corey, they're all up there chasing in North Dakota today. And honestly, I don't blame them. Chad, I kind of wish I was chasing up north today, up by, actually in Manitoba. If I could be anywhere today, I'd be in Manitoba, but I don't have a passport. Excuse me. I don't have a passport and I'm sick today, so I just didn't think it was smart for me to head up there. Ozzy Man says, you're my favorite creator. Keep up your great work. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoy the channel there, Ozzy Man. Thank you for the super chat, too. Okay, so this should be our road. Hopefully this allows us to kind of slice right into the circulation on this storm. Yeah, chat, we already got 3,000 of you guys watching, which I think is, I think that's pretty incredible. 3,000 of you guys already in here. The support on the streams lately has been absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. You guys are the absolute best. But the other day, I kind of wish I streamed. Oh, Bridge cut out the Starlink for a second. But the other day, I kind of wish I streamed that storm that passed right over my house. I don't know if you guys saw that, but, you know, I was able to watch that shelf cloud go right over home. But I was able to watch it with my mom, which that's what made it worth it, you know. Otherwise, I wish I was streaming, but I got to watch that beautiful shelf cloud pass directly over home, which was really, really cool to see. I don't know if you guys saw those photos, but I made a community post just my mom and I watching the shelf cloud the other day, which was a pretty fun vibe. This guy's turning. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just gonna eat it here. There we go. Easy money. Easy money. My dad was streaming though, so some of you guys are probably tuned into my dad. In fact, a lot of you probably were, if I'm gonna guess. Trees. Here we go. Starlink. 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 But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're getting up on this storm here. If you look at radar, there is some pretty decent rotation just right here. Look at this. Pretty decent rotation. We're coming in from the west side. We're going to be up in this thing here in a second. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll get a tornado or not, but we are approaching the mesocyclone on this storm. So we got to slice through the back side of the precipitation. And then when we pop out on the other side, we should be able to get a visual of what this thing looks like here in just a few moments. So all we got to do is slice through this precipitation core, and we'll be able to see what's happening in the velocities there. Probably a decent little structure on this thing. I'm gonna guess a low raggedy wall cloud, and you never know, you could still have a tornado trying to drop on this thing. There's a little bit of a tighter area kind of on the southern side there too, so we got to keep an eye on that. But we got to slice through it here, guys. Got to slice through the storm.
These
also,
MCVs can be very sneaky.
Yes, sir. Charlie is right. These MCVs can be very, very sneaky sometimes. Yes, they can. And we got to keep an eye on that cell to our west, too. Sneak around this guy here real quick. Sneak around this guy here real quick. Pretty good wind in here, actually. Not bad. Sandra, welcome back into the Storm Society. That's a pretty solid wind. The backside of this thing here, chat. Give it a little flooding. By the way, there's a pretty significant flood threat. I kind of forgot about that, but there is a moderate risk for flash flooding here in Kansas. Charlie, I don't know if you can pull that up. maybe show them the flood threat just for a quick second or something, but there is a pretty substantial flood threat right in the area that we're at right now, so we could experience some pretty substantial flash flooding here today with these storms working over the same areas that got a ton of rain last night. Look at the flooding down there. So yeah, we already got flooding occurring, it looks like, out here. Close lightning there in Kansas. So
I'm going to take over here for just a second to show you guys what Freddy's talking about. This is the from the Weather Prediction Center. This was brought up earlier in the stream, but the Weather Prediction Center has highlighted northeastern Kansas with that moderate risk for excessive rainfall this afternoon. The reasoning for that is because these storms aren't really moving a whole lot. If we go to our radar here, you can see all these storms, they're all kind of lined up here, kind of tracking towards one another. They're all going to be following kind of the same path along this kind of area here. So, as we go through the afternoon tonight, you're going to have just round of storm after storm after storm, and because they're moving so slow, they're only moving 20 miles per hour, they're just going to be dumping tons of rain, and we already had rain out there the other night. So, the stage is set for some pretty good flooding out there today near the Kansas City area. So, not only do you folks have to be aware of the potential tornado threat this afternoon, be wary of the potential for flash flooding. Try to stay away from those water-covered roadways, and just stay weather aware in case a warning is issued.
I mean, we got a few... yeah, I mean, we're going to have some roads. Might have some problems, though. We'll see. Woo! Hitting the brakes pretty good there, Dustin. I have to get around this guy, too, if he keeps going slower. There's some water. Look at this. See, this is that flooding I'm talking about. See the oncoming lane there? That road, too, is decently flooded. That gravel road. So yeah, it's not going to take a whole lot to get flash flooding out here. We're working our way pretty close to this couplet. Look at this. Almost in the couplet there, chat. Almost in that couplet. Getting close to it. Might have to plug you guys in here real quick. If the stream's getting a little low on charge. There we go. There we go. Whoa, there's some more hydro. Yeah, I can't go super fast because of the hydroplaning out here. Stay dry? Yeah, I'll try. We'll try. Oh wow, look at the water here. This road's cooked. This road's got so much water pooling on it. Chad, I think Starlink is struggling a little bit. I might have to switch over to, we'll see. If it starts cutting more, I might have to switch over to AT&T here in a second. Holding strong for now, though. Probably just jinxed it. Pretty good wind here, though. Actually, a little tree debris on the road here.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has been eaten by the trees. The trees have eaten Freddy. But our storm looks like it may be trying to ramp up here. We have this hook that's kind of worked its way around the front side. It looks like it's kind of starting to weaken. And we may have another one trying to get going kind of right on its heels here. So we're going to have to watch the radar trends here over the next few minutes just to kind of see what happens. We do still have this broad area of circulation. Nothing super strong. These reds are moving away from the radar. Green's moving towards the radar. That is our counterclockwise area of circulation that we are watching for with this storm. And we should be starting to work our way through this area of circulation here. We should be starting to get a view here pretty much any moment. Looks like Freddy's stream is back, so we're going to pop you guys back over to him.
I don't have any AT&T either by the looks of it. So, wow, really strong wind here. Look at this. Look at the trees move here. That's some strong wind. It's all inflow. A lot of wind in here. It's getting pretty gnarly. All right. not see to get around this guy, so we will not be able to pass this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the storm has eaten Freddy once again. But as we wait for them to emerge from the rain, I want to take you guys over to this storm farther to the west near Williamsburg. This is kind of our second option. If the storm we're on doesn't do anything, this is going to be something we may be able to double back to. The rotation on this isn't quite as strong. It is also a little farther from the radar, but it's harder to see. But we do have some hints that there is some circulation trying to get going within this storm farther off to the west there. But for the time being, the storm still looks pretty decent. I mean, near the ground, the rotation isn't super impressive, but if we tilt up the radar beam a little bit, it does have a bit of a stronger area of circulation off the ground aloft. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that and see if it can work that rotation down towards the surface. With that, looks like Freddy's connection is slowly starting to stabilize, so I'm going to send you back.
In here somewhere. Really strong wind in here. On service. On service. We need you. Bear with this chat. Service is pretty bad in here. No Starlink, but I got strong wind. Got strong northerlies here, so Chad, there might be like a rain-wrapped circulation in here somewhere. Strong northerlies here. Side window here. I got pure northerlies. Pure northerlies here. That tells me we got something maybe happening right in front of us in this rain. Trying to cook east so we can get out ahead of it, see what the heck's going on, but like I said, I got pure, very strong northerlies too. They are not weak. This wind is not weak here. Power lines coming down. Trying to come down there. I think that power line was about to snap. You guys see that? I had to slam on the brakes. That was about to snap. Got strong wind. Really strong wind. Tree debris. What is happening in here, chat? Freaking nuts. It's gonna keep cooking east. Almost zero visibility here. I'll put my lights on just so I can. Oh boy, here's a tree. I don't want that to come down on top of me. Whoa! Yeah, it's intense in here. Here we got a bit of a microburst or something happening. This is gnarly. I gotta watch these trees. Power lines. Ooh, tree branches coming down. Lots of tree debris here. Gosh dang, this thing's got some wild wind in it. Just ran over a couple tree branches there. So yeah, this thing's definitely punching some 60 mile-an-hour wind in here. And we're still dealing with really strong northerns. Trying to break out of it. Ooh, there's a stop sign. That stop sign just spawned. Okay. Gotta love it when a stop sign just spawns on you. That is why you always gotta keep your head on a swivel when you're out here. Yeah, we're almost out. Almost broken east of this. I'm trying to get east enough so we can get out into the clear, almost in the clear. Got almost 4,000 people watching. Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you've not already. Trying to cook east, man. Get out ahead of this thing. Get out ahead of this. There's the wall cloud. There it is. Oh. There's trees, man.
Alrighty, as we wait for his connection to stabilize, I'm going to take you guys once again. We're just starting to break out of the precip here. We're punching our way through the backside of this storm, and we do still have that area of circulation kind of tucked back in there. It's not as strong as it was, but we do still have some subtle rotation on the radar. I'm sure we're going to get a bit of a better view here in just a few moments as we start to work our way eastward, out of the rain, farther out of the storm, and hopefully get a view of the wall cloud that this storm is apparently putting down.
I don't know if this goes through over here. I gotta double check that there's a way to get east. Maybe if I drop south. Oh, it looks like if I drop like a mile south. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, look at the structure. Hold on, chat. I got you guys a view here in a second. Starlink is selling. Starlink does not like the trees, chat. When I turn south here, guys, you're gonna have a great view. Looked like there was a big horseshoe on this thing. Structure looks pretty impressive. Look at that. Right there.
Alrighty, well, you guys would have a view of the structure if it weren't for the trees eating our Starlink signal. But this storm is still looking decent on radar. I am really watching that storm farther to our west. If we switch to another radar site out there, we may be able to get a better view of what that storm is doing. Watching this storm down here near Princeton, it does have a bit of a hook and it has a bit of rotation on it. So this may be our next play here if this storm doesn't want to give it up for us. But for now, we do have a decent little supercell, and I think it would be a smart move to stick with this storm for a little bit longer, see what it's got.
There we go. Hold on one second, chat. I'm getting this thing locked. Alright, I got a good view of this thing. Look at this. Hop out here real quick. A moment here, but come on.
We've lost him again, but Freddy's just starting to poke his way out of the trees here, but I am still really watching this storm because it looks like it may be trying to ingest some of these mergers that are working its way up towards it.
What are you doing, Starlink? Here she is, chat. Nice supercell here. We're gonna have to shoot a little bit south here in a moment, but this is the supercell. Kind of forgot where we're at here. Shut the door here real quick. Got somebody coming, but come on, service.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Starlink is currently protesting. It does not want to do its job. It is trying to take out its 401k and quit. But I can pull you guys over to mesoanalysis here so you can get an idea of the environment that this storm is currently heading into. But I might hold my thought on that. It looks like Freddy's back.
Guys, I cannot tell you why Starlink is selling so much right now, but I have no Starlink and I'm not even like really underneath the storm here, so we're just kind of running pure Verizon here at the moment. But you know, really nice base on this thing. You got some good structure. Here's your horseshoe right here. It's kind of where your RFD cuts coming around. So if anything were to happen, it would happen right in here. Pretty much looking at the area right now, but there's kind of that lead structure. A little bit of rising scud up in here. Hopefully you guys can see something though right now. At least Verizon's working to some degree, but like I said, Starlink is just not working here. Starlink does not want to work. Right here, look at that, rising scud, right in there. I'm gonna quickly get these cameras going here. How's it going? Yeah, I don't want to get caught on these roads either, you know, but is there a paved road south of here that goes east? Oh, you're not from here? Oh, okay, you chasing then?
Yeah, I just saw it on the radar.
Yeah, she's trying. We got some good rising scud here, but it's going to need a little help for it to happen. But what's your name?
Eric.
Eric. Freddy. Nice to meet you, man. But yeah, it's trying right here though. I mean, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's imminent, but
Yeah, it's
definitely it's pulling the scud up in there. You got a good clear slot on the south side of it, and then
yeah.
it might try here though in a moment. I actually don't mind the way this structure's looking. You got this RFD cut punching around here, and it's clearly, at least has broad rotation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
Oh, looks like we're actually about to get into the fun here in a second. So here's the rain.
yeah, I think
I might shoot south. I think there's a road. I don't know if it's paved, but it goes east.
I think I did see one on the map, but I couldn't tell you for sure.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
Take it easy, man.
You too, man. All right, Chad. I hope it's locking in. Like, come on. Chat, is the stream working okay? Is it even working? Or is it just botched? Is the stream botched? Hold on, I'm gonna try to get these GoPros rolling here.
We had some problems when you were coming through the trees, but looks like things are good now.
Okay, good to hear, Charlie. Okay, let me get... Pretty much just have to run two... Just gotta run two GoPros here. Chad, I'm trying to get the cameras up just in case this thing tries to drop. David with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, David. W. David there in the chat. Guys, we're almost at 2K likes. Smash the like button real quick. Should be able to hit that really soon. Why is it not locked in again? Come on. All right, we got to shoot a little bit south here, chat. Dude, why?
And the Starlink has also decided it's going to move south off the car and is currently flying towards somewhere else where we can't use it. But they have dropped a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm, but it does still have some weak rotation on it, at least just looking at our velocity mode, if it'll work for me. There it is right here. This is our area of interest that we're kind of keeping our eye on. Still a pretty compact area of circulation. We'll see if it can work its way down to the surface. But if not, there is still that storm to our west that I'm keeping my eye on.
To work. Starlink will not work, chat. Starlink just will not do it. I don't know what's wrong with Starlink, but it is just being very temperamental. AT&T work either. What is going on here? What is going on here? I cannot get anything to work. Nothing.
Storm up to the west near Princeton is starting to look really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, chat. Just cannot get service to work. It just sucks. AT&T doesn't want to work. Verizon's being temperamental. Like, I don't understand why Starlink doesn't want to work, though. Why doesn't Starlink want to work? I mean, what's wrong with Starlink? Starlink should be fine as long as you're not, underneath any, like, intense storms. It's satellite. I just don't get it. Hopefully it locks a little bit better here. Charlie, I heard you talking about a storm out by, where'd you say, Princeton? I see that over there. That could end up being the play after this. Probably going to hold steady. Gosh. Road got pretty red out there. Probably going to hold steady on this storm, though. I think this one still looks like the better play here at the moment. If you can even hear me. You probably can't even freaking hear me right now.
Unfortunately, Freddy, no, we cannot hear you. But I do want to take you guys over to the meso-analysis as we wait for our Starlink to stop fighting with us. We head on over to our 3 Cape surface vorticity. This is our bullseye that we're watching right in here, this corridor with all of our storms. And our cell is kind of on the lead of that corridor of our 0 to 3 kilometer Cape and surface vorticity. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but surface vorticity is a measure of spin right at the surface. And if you want tornadoes, you need spin at the surface. 3 Cape is the measure of fuel right in those 3 kilometers. Tornadoes are robust updrafts that happen right at the surface, and if you want a robust updraft right at the surface, you need fuel right at the surface, and that's what our 3 Cape is. I also just want to step through tonight as we work through the evening. We do have an increased amount of shear that's sitting right along the Kansas City area that our storms are kind of working its way on into. It's possible that as we go through the evening, these storms can approach that shear bullseye a little bit more, and that may spark some things up as they work their way slowly off to the northeast. I also want to take a look at satellite just while we're over here, just to kind of see what else is going on out there. I am watching farther to, like, way downstream to the southwest, because it is possible we could get something from out of these as they work their way into this environment. These might have a better chance of staying a bit more isolated, a bit to themselves, and with that, I think Freddy may be back, so I'm going to try to take him for a few moments.
This is insane. I have, like, no service here, but this road is, like, washed out in places, too. I'm on Bob's Road again. Road is washed out, but like I said, chat, I had SOS on this stream phone just a second ago. Looks like it's locking in for a second, but I'm trying to get east so we can get out ahead of this thing and not have to keep running from it. Looks like we got across the river, whatever was kind of holding us up over here. I might just shoot east just like a few miles, maybe like a mile. Might shoot east just like a mile, get out ahead of it, and then see if we can get a view. Got so many trees in the way, too. I'd show you what's happening on my side window, but all you can see is trees right now. Let's see, Cookie with that super chat, man, with the 20 bomb offering to the Starlink gods. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think we do need an offering to the Starlink gods, so got a cop up here, too. I don't know, is he just sitting up here, or is he coming down the road? I think he's just sitting up here. Probably got a little storm spotter up here. Police are out spotting too, so. But I'm gonna try to get a little bit further east. Where's the sheriff? Or no, it's the fire department. Gotta look like a cop from a distance. There's no way. Is that train? No way! No way! It's going down. Are you kidding me? There's no way, chat. The train, the railroad crossing is going down. No. Oh! Here he comes. There goes the train. At least he's moving. There's no way, Chad. Stop right here for a second. I got a better view back here. Well, I got a train. That's what happened to my dad the other day, actually. There's the storm, though, back behind. That's the area of interest right there. Area of interest is just pretty good rising scud, actually. Pretty solid rising scud back behind right in there. Hear that? Trying to do something weird over there. Keep this boost up close. They might be trying to do something back behind the trees there. A lot of rising scud. That's right where it would be trying to happen. Where the circulation is on radar. Actually getting some rotation in there too. You might be about to try to do something back there, guys. You see that? Hopefully the stream's working. You do have a subtle RFD punch coming around as well. Hopefully this train will go away here in a second. We can hit this north road. We'll just kind of position ourselves in the path. Here goes the train. All right. Time for us to cook. I'm gonna hit this north road here, position up in the notch. Then another train comes and hits me from the other. Actually, there's only one pair of train tracks, but always gotta watch for the other train. All right, I'm gonna take this, I think, maybe just like a mile north, Chad. Let's take this just a little bit north here. Got the fire department behind me, but it kind of looked like it was trying to do something right up here. Kind of looked like it was trying to do something. Yeah, rotating right here. Rotating. Fix the action button here real quick. Alright, this camera up here just in case. Rotating right in front of us, guys. There we go. Camera's locked in. Yep, camera's locked in here. Right here, rotating. Pretty much right overhead. I'm gonna try to get to this next road here. I got RFD. Road. I think it's right. It's right where this guy's sitting. Excuse me, sir. Just gotta stop here real quick. I'm gonna get out, just gotta take a look. see what the heck's happening. Whoa! I should have welcoming. Right here, look. Rotating. Right here. Here's an RFD cut. Right here's where we're watching. This thing tries to drop a weak tornado. It'd be right here. It's not RFD cut. RFD cut right here surging around. And right here is where you got your wall cloud. This is insane. I can't believe service is this bad right now. There's no way. No way service is this bad, dude. Got a mosquito landing on my arm. Some subtle rotation here. That cut's coming around. Look at that. It's a pretty good scud there. This is like a somewhat of an attempt right now because that RFD cut is coiling all the way around this thing. Forming the occlusion right in front of us. Got rising scud, so we're just going to keep watching right here.
I just got a message on Twitter. The Starlink issue might be because apparently Starlink is having an outage today.
No way. Is there actually a Starlink outage? If so, then that's tough. That's really tough. I gotta roll my window up here. I got Niagara Falls coming through my window. Alright, I guess I'll shoot east a little bit. So I just gotta keep my cell booster as close to my phone as possible. Cell booster's gonna be working overtime here today, if that's true. Is that confirmed, Charlie? Is Starlink actually cooked, Charlie? Is that like kind of like the general consensus? Because I guess that would make sense.
I know it was a problem yesterday. I don't know if it's still going on today, but that's just what I heard.
Right now it's like 90% Wi-Fi, so at the moment it is using Starlink. Verizon is completely just selling here. So is AT&T.
It might just be Starlink speeds may just be throttled a little bit just because of that outage.
I guess that could be true too. Maybe there's some those little ruts. You see the roads washed out here. Ooh, washed out here too. You never know how bad. You never know how bad the ruts are. So I kind of like brace for impact. You know, getting ready for my spine to get freaking shattered. Luckily, that was not the case though. Watch these intersections here. So I think I'm gonna take this east a little bit. Chad, I think we are on the. I think the best storm at the moment. What's going on up here? So go around. Sneak around you, sir.
Alrighty, as we wait for their service to resolve, apparently Starlink had an outage yesterday. I'm wondering if we're just seeing some lingering impacts from that outage this afternoon, which is why we're having these service issues. It also could just be because we're in the trees, and when there's a big tree blocking your satellite dish, it's not going to work super well. But it looks like I'm going to give it just a second for the connection to stabilize. We do still have this it's a really small mesocyclone, but we do still have this weak area of rotation, and we should be getting a view of it pretty soon here, unless Freddy's just right up under it.
Yeah, there's not much we can do about the service here, guys, so just try to enjoy the views when you get them. Whoa, bird. Jeez, that bird was close. About 8 of them. this hopefully a little bit east. Nice little bump right there. Felt good. Take this a little bit east. Hopefully we can find a better view up here, and then we'll flip around and see what these things got. Hey, Charlie, is there any other storms right now that are piquing your interest out here, or is it pretty kind of what I'm seeing right now? I think this one to me just looks like the only show that I can tell, at least.
Yeah, I still have my eye on that storm to the west near Princeton, but everything doesn't.
Yeah. Not good. Here come the trees again.
Alrighty, I'm going to take you guys as we punch through the trees here, wait for our service to resolve itself. But if we step back to our radar, all of our storms, they're not looking overly impressive right now. They do still have little hook echo appendages on them, and it still has some subtle rotation, but there's nothing screaming like, oh, this is a big-time supercell to me at the moment. I am still watching this storm off to the west near Richmond and the Princeton area. I'm also watching this one farther out in front of it, but besides that, everything to me right now just kind of looks like it's getting that squally linear look. You can see how everything's kind of lined up. So we're going to have to watch the radar here just to see how things trend. But if you're trying to get tornadoes and supercells, this squally look is not a great sign. We do have some embedded circulations down in this squall. So maybe one of these can organize and become a more dominant supercell. I think the best shot of that is going to be this storm near Princeton. But only time will tell on that front. We're just going to have to monitor trends. This storm that we're on right now, I don't know, to me, it just doesn't look all that great at the moment. Doesn't look like our, this is kind of how MCV days go, where you have these really tiny supercells and things kind of wrap up pretty quick. And it looks like we're on Bob's Road.
I'm going to shoot a little bit east. Further east, flip around. I just want to be able to watch this thing for a moment instead of just continuously driving.
The Starlink has ran away once again. But if we go back to our radar, I'm going to try to tilt up the beam of the radar just a little bit. Maybe that'll give us... We still do have a meso going aloft at the mid-levels of our storm. We are a little close to our radar, so it's a little tricky to say for sure. But if we just keep nudging the radar beam up a little bit, this scan's pretty old, so this hasn't been updated in a few moments. But we do still have this loose area of circulation aloft. So I don't know if that's going to translate its way down to the ground. That's the tricky part with these MCV setups, is these storms are real small. They're mini supercells. They're really compact. They're not the big monster supercells that we get out in that we've had throughout a lot of the season, like the Gary supercell, Dickens. Those tornadoes were from these big monster supercells. We have really compact, really tiny storms, which is making things a little tricky, because once these storms start to fizzle, there's not a whole lot to kind of re-energize them. Their updrafts are real fragile. But some things that can help these storms out are things like small-scale storm interactions, like whatever's about to go on here. We have this cell out in front of this kind of line here. I'm curious if these merge together, maybe that will spark up some action. That's what can happen a lot of times on these MCV days where you're dealing with smaller storms. A lot of times, storms will run into one another and give each other the extra boost that they need. I'm going to give it just a second. It looks like Freddy's stream is slowly starting to stabilize. I want to give it just a second before I fully send things back on over to him. But if we look at our satellite, we do still have other storms trying to go farther to the southwest down over here. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that as we go through this afternoon. Looks like Freddy's connection has stabilized, so I'm going to send you guys back to him for a few moments.
Dude, there's no way. Flip around here for a second. Looks like we have at least a bar. All right. Here's our cell. So flip around here for a second. There she is. I don't know if it's gonna even let us be able to get out of the car. Might have to just keep you guys in the car just so I keep you guys up close to the booster. But you know, they need to invest. They need to invent cell service here in eastern Kansas. It's actually a foreign concept here. So, but we'll see. Hopefully, it locks in here for a second. Hopefully, it locks in here for a second. Let's see what's up, Trollface. Google Starlink yourselves. Wait, what? People are asking what Starlink is. Starlink is satellite internet. Satellite internet service. So like trees, you know, big storms, stuff like that can impact it, but it's also very useful when you don't have cell service and that's all you have is satellite. Abby, good to see you in the chat. See Epic's in here, Sean. Where at? We are by Freeman and West Line, Kansas here right now. Sarah with the super chat. Remember to take care of yourself. Freddie, hope you feel better soon. Thanks for remembering to do. Streams have been top tier lately. Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat there. And yeah, I definitely do need to take care of myself. That's honestly, that's kind of why I didn't go up to North Dakota today. I decided to chase down here, but yeah, not gonna lie, guys. When I got up this morning, I did not want to chase today, but I saw there was this MCV set up down here, and I figured, well, you might as well go for it because, you know, like, it's an MCV set up 3 hours away from your house. It could tornado, so I just kind of forced myself out of bed and moseyed on down here. Yeah, I do know Ben's out here. Ben Williams is also out here chasing right now. You're actually in Missouri. No shot. What? Dude, how did I get into Missouri? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know I crossed into Missouri. There's no way. So I didn't even realize I was that far. I had no clue I was that far east. No, I'm in Missouri. He's right, Core. He's right. I'm just across the line. Look at this. Probably stream will cut here in a second. I'm just across. There's the line right here. Yeah, there goes the stream. Yep, there goes the stream. As soon as I try to move it away from the little booster, it cuts. So
looks like we have a nudger about to go near the town of Beagle.
The heck is Beagle? There's like... Wait, where the heck is Beagle, bro? I don't even see Beagle. Beagle who?
Just the east of Princeton.
Where the heck is Princeton, dude? I don't even know where that is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I see that western storm. Watch out for falling houses. What? Stream is fine right now. Freddy has crossed the line now. What is this? What do you mean, what is my punishment? What did I do? The state line? I get punished for going to Missouri? Like, what's my punishment for going to Missouri? There is like a little subtle spin right here, if you want to call it that. Yeah, bro, I'm looking at that right now. Yeah, it looks like you spotted the same thing. You took Bob's Road. That's how you got there. Yep, that's fair. Fair enough. Is it likely for anywhere in the greater Kansas City to get hit at this point, or is it going to stay south? Joel, I think it's going to go. I think everything's going south. I thought it was going straight for Kansas City. Looks like it is going south right now. Tammy, I'm sick today, so I left Eli home. I didn't want to get him sick. Did not want to get Eli sick. Tara from Paris, welcome in there. Yeah, Sarah, I'll probably be chasing some more. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the following day. I think every day is a possible chase day from this point forward. Any day could be a chase day from this point forward. You know, we just got to take it on a day-by-day basis. Go ahead and flip around here. I think I'm going to take this up to the... there's a paved road just north of here. I might shoot just a little bit north. Keep moseying down old Bob's Road here and see where it takes us. It's taken us to Missouri so far, so... Yep, tornadoes are actually pretty rare. That is a good point there. Look at this up here. It looks kind of sus, though. Got almost like a wall cloud type feature up here. Yeah, I'm in quarantine right now. Gosh, we're bringing that back. Oh, man, but that's sort of what's happening right now. I'm just quarantined in my little box, my little car here. Being antisocial. Actually, no, I'm kind of doing the opposite. I'm being social with you guys. Look at the ruts here. See this, guys? And there goes my phone. Phone just about took out my kneecap. That was close. Chat, my phone broke the other day, too. 2 days ago, chat, my phone, I accidentally stepped on my CarPlay cable, and it shot my phone out the door and landed flat on its back. Shattered the back of my phone, so I'm gonna have to get that repaired here at some point, because otherwise my phone is not gonna be able to be traded in at some point. Might be time to get the 16 or whatever, whenever that comes out, or not the 16, the 17. Where the heck do I go from here? Dude, these roads are so weird. What is happening out here? I guess gotta go east a little bit. Josh, she's still trying to do something here, but we'll see what happens. Not looking so hot at the moment, but I'm going to probably head up toward Freeman. Small town of Freeman, Missouri here in a second. The phone still works, though. On your YouTube channel last night, I watched 2 of your tornado videos. So cool. Appreciate you there, Sunny Coast. Chat, who found me? I'm curious. Who found me by watching the YouTube videos? I'm curious who all found me through the YouTube videos. Look at this up here. I don't know. My stream will probably cut. Yep. Immediately starts to cut, but looking pretty interesting out here.
I did.
Charlie, I feel like I found you through, I feel like I almost found you through Twitter. Chad, I've known Charlie for a while. Like, I've known Charlie since, like, I wasn't even, like, that known either. Like, I've known Charlie for a long time. I've known Charlie before he was famous.
From back in ye olden days.
Found my OnlyFans. That is not good. Yeah, that is a lie. I do not have an OnlyFans. Oh. Court, that was probably okay. I think that would fall in the line of being okay, but I see why you got rid of it though. Still, it's kind of on that fine line, you know. But I found you through Copic. I gotcha. Some of you guys, it looks like a lot of you guys found me through the videos. Yeah, the videos are probably the #1 way the number one way where people have probably found me from. It's by far where most of my views have come from on my channel. They're kind of, you know, I'd say they're probably like 80% YouTube videos, 20% live streams. Most of you guys have probably found the channel through those means. Alejandro, I don't know if I just said your name right. Totally probably just butchered it, but thank you for the super chat, man. We're trying to find some of those gosh darn diggly darn tornadoes there, sir. You're trying to find them. We still have a bit of a wall cloud up here, though. A little bit of a clear slot, if I dare say. I mean, it's not like this thing is not a mini supercell. Guys, this is a mini supercell. It's got the characteristics of a mini supercell right now. It's a very mini one, though. But that is a wall cloud right in front of us here. We still have an RFD cut coming around right here. This would be your RFD cut, the south side of the mesocyclone, and then you have this
the last
broad...
few scans has perked up a little bit.
Honestly, it has. Maybe this thing's still got a shot at doing something here. Yeah, that's right, Jen. Hey, you just passed my place. What's up, Tammy? Just passed Tammy's place. Imagine we're probably passing by a few of you guys out there. Imagine there's a few of you guys that are watching that are right here in the area, which I always find that interesting when that happens. A lot of people found me from the Holly video. Yep, Sarah. That's how a lot of people discovered. That's really the event that really took my channel off and everything. Rolling Fork was honestly the first big event on my channel, and then Holly was just on a whole nother level. Cannot believe how much traction came from that. Wow, there's a pretty good hook. There's a pretty solid hook on this thing. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Charlie. You are not kidding right now. There's a pretty solid hook going on this thing. So, there's still a shot this thing could do something here. I would not rule it out. I mean, it's getting more impressive looking on radar. It's kind of going from looking, quite honestly, not impressive to pretty impressive. There's rotation right in front of us. Right here, entering the town of Freeman, Missouri. Coming into town right now. So let me see if I can. How do I route into this place? Looks like I take this. Probably take. That's a dead end, so can't take that. I just need to go straight north until I hit the. Until I hit the road here. Now starting to feel a little bit worse, not gonna lie, but it's okay. All right, here's our road. I think I'm gonna take this east. The circulation on it, I think, is pretty much overhead. The area of interest, I think, is like in this town, like, oh yeah, it's right there. Is there a road? Yeah, there's a road like a mile east. I'm gonna take that. Got some broad rotation just north of us here, just north, or practically over the town of Freeman, Missouri. Got some broad rotation. Once again, no tornado imminent. There's no tornado imminent here, but we're going to keep following this thing until it is deemed no longer capable of doing anything. I'll put you guys over here for a moment. Watch you right up in here, though. Got some chasers out here. I'm not the only ones out here right now. Honestly, this thing is starting to look kind of impressive, dare I say. Dare I say, this thing is starting to look kind of impressive. I'm going to shoot up to this C road. I like the way it's looking on radar, chat. It's looking pretty good. Hey, you're over 2K likes. Thank you guys for smashing the like button there. You guys are the best. Alright, there should be like a little road up here. The C road. Where is this road? Where are you, road? You are not the road, are you? Okay, it should be right here. There's our road. Let's take this north here. Just glad we're back into a slightly more civilized area. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. A beautiful Supercell. What? Now this is a mini Supercell, guys. This is what a mini Supercell looks like. Tiny but mighty. Just gonna look for a solid place to pull off. See if I can find a little pull in. It's really nice up here. Wish there was a pull in here somewhere. Only got driveways here at the moment. I want to pull off in a driveway. Well, it's kind of a that didn't really work. I think we got a road up here. I might just shoot up to this road. East 267th Street. Should have a road up here. Yeah, it should be right up here. Think. No through trucks. Maybe I'll punch up on top of this hill and maybe there'll be a little bit of an angle looking down on this thing. Maybe we'll motion right in front of us here, too. See right here. Got a little motion here. This is where it's gonna, where it could try. I'm not gonna say it's gonna try. I have no clue if this thing's gonna try to do anything suspicious, but I think right here, we've got a little rotation. Right here. See that? Some broad rotation, and there's a little clear slack wrapping around it, so. Actually, what I might do, I might shoot back to that road here. I might shoot back to that road. Got a little place I can kind of back in here, so. Go ahead and do that here real quick. In here real quick. Fortunately, there's so many trees on this road, making it tough to work this. Oh man. Still looks pretty nice on radar. So incredibly moist right now. Whoa! Jennifer! Jennifer, thank you for the 100 bomb. Chat! Everybody spam the W's in there for Jennifer. W. Jennifer there in the chat, guys. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much for that super chat there. Sick pay. Sick pay, okay. You don't have to give me anything extra, you know. I just have to, just a few Kleenexes and, you know, a few, I don't know if this road goes through, but, you know, a few, cold medicine pills or whatever they're called. But I appreciate the super chat there, Jennifer. This road probably doesn't go anywhere. Well, actually, it kind of zigzags its way in the path of this thing. So this might be a good road, actually. It keeps us right up on the area of interest here. Not leaving it yet, chat. We're not leaving this thing until I am sure it is not going to do anything. I do not want to leave it and then watch it drop a little tornado, so. Now this is Bob's Road. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Great chasing terrain here.
Bob did not like us insulting his road, so he dug some traps for us in the form of some potholes. But if we look at our radar, yeah, this is pretty classic for a mini supercell. If we step back here, you can see it had this. It's a really compact storm. It had this little hook coming around, had our area of precipitation. It's real small. If I measure this storm, let's see how big is this storm? This storm is only about 9.5 miles, so it's a pretty compact mini supercell there.
No way. I pulled up to a Casey, or not a Casey's, what was it? A Gus Stop or whatever the heck they're called. And that guy recognized me, so it's kind of funny. Crossing paths again here in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. There we go, look at a little clear slot there. I forgot his name though. I tend to do that with almost everybody, so. Loy, thank you for the year of membership. Full year for Loy. Thank you, Loy, for a year. A year of loyal membership. Randy, thank you for that super chat there, sir. Thank you, Randy. Oh, man. Service problem, service problem, service problem, service problem, service problem, service problems. Service problems. Service, 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 service. Can I get out of these trees for once? Like, are we in Missouri or Dixie? Where are we at right now? Whoa, Buster. You got the stop sign. You got the stop sign there, Buster. Looks like we come out of the trees here. I might get a good view for you guys here in a second. Emphasis on might. Something will probably go wrong. Service will probably die for no reason here in a second. Is there a brick in the road? A little brick in the road. Who put that there? Yeah, here's a little flat. Let's see if I can get around these. Get back just enough so I can watch this thing. We'll flip around like right here. There we go. I'll stop right here. Let this guy go around me, then I'll pull out with you guys. Hopefully service works. I'll pull you guys out here for a second. Actually, look at radar here. It's still just doing a mini supercharger rotation right behind us, so. Oh, gosh dang, I did it again. This is how I did it. I accidentally kicked the cord. Look at that. Look at that. Chad, it's the first time I've broken a phone in close to 10 years. I've gone like 10 years without breaking a phone. When I first got a smartphone, I first got an iPhone way back in 2014. I broke my phone 3 times in 1 year. One time I got ran over by a semi truck. And then ever since then, I've just been locked in. Been locked in ever since, up until 2 days ago. Broke my phone, so. You know how it is. But look, we still got a decent base. This is your base right here. It's about to come overhead. Still have an RFD surge. And you still have broad rotation. This whole thing is rotating here. And what's really creating the rotation right now is you got this RFD surge coming out here. So, this thing is trying to do something, but it just can't quite get enough steam. Can't quite get enough steam to get the job done, but we'll kind of see what happens. Got a little traffic coming down here, so yeah, we'll see what happens. This guy's like pulling him behind. Oh, we got somebody coming this way, so yeah, I've picked the one spot where why is there so much traffic on this road? Pick the one spot where there's a bunch of traffic on this road right now, so. Howdy. Howdy, howdy. Yep. I don't know what it's doing, guys, but we just got this big base and then just tons of scud just floating around, but nothing consolidated, nothing, just nothing really all that focused on it right now. But we still have a big wall cloud. I mean, I would still classify this as a wall cloud, so this guy's getting a photo with his car and the wall cloud here. See this? You got this motion kind of wrapping around. Another tissue, guys. Hold on. I've got like a pile of tissues in here, guys. Oh, jeez. It's not good. Not good. Donna with the super chat. Thank you for that super chat. W. Donna. Sly, welcome to the Storm Society. Welcome in there, Sly. Donna with the 10 gifted. Got to get some W. Donnas rolling there in the chat. Just now saw that, Donna. Thank you very much. Chris with the 17 months of membership. Holy smokes. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. How's it going? Oh, doing pretty good. Pretty good. I take it you're out here storm chasing? Yeah, you see anything good?
Nothing yet. I mean, I got a glimpse of kind of the
Yeah, it's been spinning, you know, at times. It's definitely a mini supercell. It just hasn't been able to.
This was
really
looking like from the front side as I was coming in.
You mind if I show the stream?
Absolutely.
That's actually that's a really good shot of structure. So, what's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob, Freddy.
Good to meet you, man.
But yeah, well, I'm just kind of keeping up with this thing.
Yeah. How long have you been on it?
An hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, you know.
Dang, your car's been through it, huh?
Seen a couple hailstorms, a
Oh,
couple tornadoes, you know. So, yeah, it's that's from this year. So all that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what 1 year of just hardcore chasing does to your vehicle.
That's
So, but still not as bad as my buddy Connor's car though. His car looks like it is falling to pieces right now. So. But yeah, I just don't really. This thing's been kind of a tease for the last just like 2 hours.
Yeah. It's just fun. There's some fun looking clouds just here, just watching it.
I mean,
You
it's
see the motion of it. It's
yeah.
cool.
Well, it's just you take like a supercell, right, and you just a normal supercell, you kind of shrink it down. It's
Yeah.
basically what we have right now. And it's always cool to watch. Some more traffic. Thought you were a cop for a second, so
One of my buddies
that-
just called me, actually.
I gotcha.
Hey,
Yeah.
Martin, what's up?
But yeah, guys, look at the. Once again, here's kind of your cut coming around, and then you just have this big old base on this thing here. Actually, it's kind of spinning back over here. Just notice this. Look at this. You can tell there's tons of vorticity out here, and
I think so.
I don't know. We'll see. Charlie, what do you think, man? What do you think, Charlie? Is this thing gonna happen, or is this thing cooked, or does it still have a shot?
Insult the storm, it'll do something. So I'm gonna insult it. This storm looks like garbage.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. So now the fun can commence. Actually, back here, look at that. It's way on the back side, little kind of occluded area. Got some subtle rotation there. I mean, technically that would line up maybe better with where, in theory, something could be happening on the storm, so. If you guys really want to stretch things a little bit, we could call that a funnel, so. We'll call it a scunnel. We got a scunnel, guys. Yeah, but look at the pretty nice cut there, though. Like I said, that's your RFD kind of wrapping around this thing, and yeah.
No, that was a friend of mine who also storm chases. He apparently was watching your streams.
Oh,
Like,
no way.
shot.
No way. What's your friend's name?
Martin.
Martin, okay. What's up, Martin? A small world. That's pretty funny, but yeah. I'm afraid this thing could be on her last legs. I'll say that, and then it'll start to do something again, but
It's cool looking though.
it is cool looking, I'll give you that. At least I didn't have to drive like 10 hours for this. It was only like a 3.
Ooh, Nebraska. Yeah.
Well, actually, now it should be about a 4-something hour drive, but
wow.
it's not too bad. Where are you from?
I mean, here's what it looks like on radar, though. I mean, it might be wrapping around. On the
Yeah,
backside
there's the
of it.
Radar Omega app, guys. It still has a decent look to it. You can tell it's got.
It looks like it's back wrapped around on the backside almost.
Yeah, it's got a little hook on it.
Or it's trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it one just for morale. Yeah, there's actually a little I don't know. It's just there's a lot of scud, you know.
There is.
There's stuff that
there'll be a
looks.
little
Yeah,
nub
you see,
right
see the
there.
little nub. Hashtag nub. Oh, actually, why does that look like a?
It kind of does.
Why does that look so suspicious there?
There's a cop.
Actually, my radar detector's going off, so that would make sense. I was wondering what the beeping was, and looks like we're finding out here. Here comes the sheriff. How's it going?
How you doing?
What'd you say?
Is it gonna drop or what?
No. If you want me to be honest, no. But yeah, just kind of. I mean, it's been rotating for a while, but it's just. It's pretty far removed from doing
My
anything.
detective was watching your guys' show.
Oh, is he watching the stream?
And I thought I'd come out here and try and find you.
Oh shoot! Well,
Great.
what's your name?
Stansfield?
Stansfield. Freddie, nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your service too, by the way. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I think I'll probably give it another 20 minutes. If it doesn't do anything, I might just be out of here. But But yeah, we'll see what happens. I know for your sake, you're probably not hoping the tornado drops down. So
Do without that for tonight.
yeah, you know, that's kind of why I'm here, and then looking for some tornadoes and stuff. But yeah, it was nice meeting you, man. Where are you watching the storm too?
My detective's watching it still.
What's your detective's name?
His name's Tony Sterner.
What was it?
Tony Sterner.
Tony Sterner. Okay.
Hello.
What's up, Tony? That's amazing. So, and what is this? Cass County Sheriff here. So, shout out to the Cass County Sheriff's Office.
Get the rotation that was just down here north of Drexel. Probably the same system.
Yeah, I've been following it for.
storm,
Yeah, I've been following it for last 2 hours or so. So, yeah, I mean, it tried a little bit over there. It did try, but it's just nothing's been able to really consolidate. So,
Good luck tonight.
hey, appreciate it, sir.
Program.
Take care. Thank you.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I might go a little bit east and get out ahead of it here.
Yeah,
but,
I might try it myself,
yeah, but hey, it was nice meeting you, man. What's your name again?
honestly. Jacob.
Jacob. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay.
Good to meet you, man.
Nice meeting you too,
it's
sir.
funny that my buddy called me like as soon as you showed me on it.
Yeah.
No shot? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Small world, right? Yeah, it was nice meeting you. I'll wait for this car to go, and I'll be on the road here. So,
Hopefully there's something.
hey, you too, man. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Oh, let's hop in here real quick. Freddy being hunted by the police. Well, guys, see, the difference is this time the Cass County Sheriff, they are really nice people. They're not the Taylor County Sheriff's Office. So, okay. If you guys remember that, the opposite happened. They came after me, but that was because they were kicking me out of their county for the curfew. So, yeah, but those guys are really nice. Big shout out to the Cass County Sheriff's Office there, you know, for stopping by, keeping everybody safe and protecting and serving the county there. Yeah, this thing could be done. Yeah, Tanner's profile picture does kind of look like mine. Not gonna lie, we got a similar profile. Tanner's taught me well. There's one thing about Tanner is just incredible. There's a lot of things about Tanner, but one thing about Tanner is he knows how to do social media. He knows how to do profile. He knows how to do it all. So, you know, if you guys ever want to take some advice or inspiration from anybody, just look no further than Tanner Charles. That guy knows his stuff. So, I've taken a lot of inspiration from my guy over the last few years. Great guy too. Great guy there. Yeah, looks like we're going to pavement here too. This is big. This is big news. Ray with the windshield fund. Wait, Tanner's in here. What's up, Tanner? I didn't even know you were in here. I was talking about you. Thank you for the super chat there, Ray, for the windshield fund. Yeah, the windshields. See this? It's not too bad though. Not too bad. Just a few cracks, but we'll have to see if we can finish off the windshield here over the next week or so. Hopefully we can blow it out here at some point and get a new one on here. This one's starting. The cracks are starting to get a little bit bigger, so it might be getting time to go for a good old windshield smashing event if we can get one. A good timed one, I should say. I don't want to blow out my windshield and then proceed to have tornado of the year, chat. Like, if you remember the day before the Dickens tornado, the Wellfleet tornado, I thought the next day I'd be able to get a new windshield, or at least the day after, and I did. I was able to get a new windshield, but we were up there in Montana having fun in that hail core, and I ended up shredding the windshield the day before the Dickens and Wellfleet tornado. And low-key wish I did not have that much fun in the hail core, because my cameras had all those cracks kind of running through them. You know, it is what it is, but you know, you don't want to have a bunch of little spider cracks going through your camera shots when you're having the tornado of a lifetime like that. But anyway, I should stop complaining though. It's been a good year. Joel Linsky with the super chat, windshield smashing event fun. Okay, thank you, Joel. W Joel Linsky there. Thank you for the super chat, man. But yeah, I'm not sure this thing really has a whole lot left to it, guys. Not sure this thing's got a whole lot left to it. I'm gonna pull up here to Harrisonville, see what this thing's got. Charlie, what's the old Charlie cast right now? Do we got a little Charlie cast going here? Got a little Charlie cast going. Bring the storms north to KC.
I predict it is going to rain.
Wow. It's gotten that bad, Charlie. Well, Charlie, it's already been raining, so great prediction there, bud.
Guys, I'm stealing you for a second. We gotta take a look at this rain shower. There's something on this rain shower I need to show you. At the surface, doesn't look like a whole lot right now at the surface. It looks pretty wimpy. But if we tilt up our radar beam to the mid-levels, there's still a hook going on the mid-levels of this storm. So, I don't know. It definitely looks pretty disorganized, but it's still trying. As much as we have insulted this storm, it is still hanging on for dear life, and we can give it props for that.
I found it, okay. It's on the seat. Chapstick has been located. Joanna with the super chat. Hi, I've been addicted to watching these streams since my house got hit by a tornado in June last year. Appreciate what you do. Oh my gosh, Joanna, that's not good. Glad you're watching the streams though. W Joanna there. W Joanna there in the chat. What tornado, Joanna? What tornado? I'm genuinely curious. June of last year was still pretty busy. Had a pretty busy season last year. 2024 was a very active tornado season. Not quite as active as this year, but that's just because this year has been just absolutely insane. I think I'm going to take this 291 north. How do we get on 291 north? Do I hop? I think I got to hop on the interstate. I think I take 49. Well, can I just go straight to? I think I could just... Nah, it's probably faster. I don't know. I think I'm going to go into Harrisonville and go north somewhere, actually. I think that would be the better play here. I don't really want to get stuck on like an interstate or something. Maybe we'll get up to that Highway 7. Chad, might get up to that Highway 7 or something. Can I take this road here? Up there through the, kind of up by the city park. Chad, anybody watching from Harrisonville right now? Got any Harrisonvillites in here? Decent little town. A little fresh air in here for a moment.
If you tilt the radar beam up to like tilt 4, there's still a hook on it.
Really? I mean, it's still got decent scud if you look over here. I mean, it's still definitely a surface-based Supercell. I just think it's slowly kind of struggling. But you know, it's still rotating. I am not going to rule anything out, guys. It's 2025. I've seen crazy stuff happen this year. Like, I'm not going to completely rule anything out. I'm going to keep chasing this thing just because, you know, I mean, that's what we do. We do not give up out here. Actually, I have given up a few times this year, but that's besides the point. Oh, man. Jeez. Freaking tired, guys. Take a few sips of this cold coffee here.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up. Oh, man. Never give up, man. Okay. Chat, you guys know. I think tomorrow there's a chance we could be chasing up in South Dakota or something. You know, I'm not going to rule out a chase tomorrow. Or Charlie might even be chasing tomorrow. Although I might have to convince them that it sucks so they can be back in the studio tomorrow. But I think Charlie might be, he might be chasing tomorrow. I love having Charlie in the studio. Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
I'm running away, Chad. I'm running away.
Charlie likes to run away. He does. I get it, though. I mean, I like to chase, too. So I see, on one side of me, I'm like, Charlie, get back in the studio. And then the other side of me is like, you know what? I also, like, you know, I feel it. You know, like, I like to chase. So I respect the passion. Charlie's got the passion, too. So whenever Charlie's like, I want to go chasing, I'm usually like, gosh dang it, Charlie. And then I'm like, but I also get it, you know. Like, go get your chasing, you know. And then sometimes I can just watch Charlie chase, too. In fact, we do got a little rotation up here. What the? To the left of the highway, got a little rotation up here. Flagman ahead. What does that mean? They got like... Hey, there's a little rotation. Little bit of rotation. Lightning Wolf. Wait, where's Eli? Eli's sick. Or no, wait, no. Gosh dang it, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm the one that's sick, not Eli. That's how sick I am. I'm the one that's sick today, so I decided, I told Eli that I was sick, and then he's staying back home so that he does not get sick, so decided to just go solo today. Just kind of take one for the team, I guess. You know, Eli's, I guess, taking one. I guess we're all taking one for the team in a sense, but, you know, Eli is sick today, so we are solo on this chase. Lucky for you guys, though, I'm pretty used to doing solo chasing. That's how I really got locked in. All of last few years, I've been pretty much solo chasing almost every chase, so I still know how to do a good old solo tornado chase. I do miss Eli, though. Charlie does, too. My house was hit by the EF2 Janesville, Wisconsin tornado on June 22nd. Oh, wow. I actually just had repairs finished last month. Just 2 days.
I was chasing that tornado.
Before a year later. No shot. Charlie, do you have a video? Charlie, do you have a video on that tornado? I think my service is selling again, but do you have a video on that tornado?
I do have a video on that chase.
All right, well, there you go. I'm sorry to hear that, Joanna, but glad things are getting fixed up, and it sounds like Charlie's got a video. Hey, we got some pretty solid rotation to the left of the road here. Look at this. There's actually some decent rotation just left of the road here, chat. Just northwest of Harrisonville. So this thing is not done yet. As soon as I think this thing's over, it'll just start to, it'll do something weird again. So this thing does not like to quit. I'll tell you that. We got I'll probably still say weak rotation, but approaching that moderate status. Right up here, right here. That's what's rotating right now. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. Decent scud in there too. So let's see, this road we got a good road, which is always nice. I'm gonna get up underneath it so that if it for some reason drops a tornado, I just want to be, you know, underneath it or inside of it. That's how we roll around here. Where's the fun in being far away, you know? Ooh! There we go. Oh, I got a nice CG. Yeah, this thing's ramping, chat. This thing is low-key ramping up a little bit. Kind of surprised. This thing is not a quitter. It's still pretty much heading, yeah, just heading northeast. Wonder if there's a shot that's, nah, it's not Ben, is it? No, it's not Ben. Kind of looks like Ben's car, but I think it's a black CRV. Ben's got a gray or silver or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna find a little place to pull off and get her bearing here. But like I said, this thing is still doing its best attempt. It's doing its best attempt at acquiring some sort of tornadic circulation. I'm gonna stop just before this cornfield here, if I can. Just gonna stop. There's a house here. There might be a little dip. Pull up here real quick. Whatever, I'm gonna stop here. I don't even care. I give up. I suck at chasing. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna hop out here real quick. Yeah, back here. Okay, there it is. Yep. Back over here, this is our area of rotation. If you look, here's your clear slot. That's RFD punching in. You got a horseshoe. So see this horseshoe shape. See how this kind of wraps all the way back around. We'd call that the horseshoe right here. This would be a horseshoe. And then right back here, she's cranking. Oh my gosh. Why are the CGs going crazy all of a sudden? She is really cranking back over here. This is where it's trying to do something. It's right behind us. Right here. Look at this. That's rotating. Pretty good, actually. Wow. Any shot she tries back, I think there's maybe a non-zero chance it tries to do something here. Look at that. Might have to, whoa! I think it's time to hop back in. I'm gonna flip around here real quick. It's not looking as good. Whoa, there's a ditch there. Frederick. Okay, I'm gonna stop here a second. Watching right up here in front of us. Don't get struck. Yeah, I'll try not to. Honestly, though, it might feel a little better if I do. What's happening? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Yeah, it's still trying to do something weird right here, but might be translating a little bit more east too here in a second. It might be cycling, believe it or not. Because you can see how this is almost like you got the big base here. Here comes RFD. You got your base here, right? Then it's kind of connected by this thin piece, and then this is way on the west side. So this is an occluded circulation. It's basically shedding occluded circulation. Occluded including back west. That's what's happening right now. Making way for another new circulation to develop east. So it's actually quite fascinating to see this happen on a smaller scale. But, you know, you're watching Supercell processes happen right now, even though it's, you know, in a much smaller, like I said, smaller scale. Still very cool, though. Gonna hop back in. Back in here real quick. Yeah, I did get camera shy. Jeez, Lightning Rod McKinney working hard at it even while sick. You know it. You know it. You know it. Alright, I'm gonna shoot a little bit further east here again. I mean, to be honest, I thought this thing was done. But clearly this thing is still not done yet. Thing is still trying to do some funny business. Still got 3.3 thousand of you guys in here right now. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun stream. Even when I'm sick, you guys are still tuning in and watching the streams, so really appreciate it. Okay. Should I take next here? I'll just shoot a little bit east. Might even get to that little, was that Highway 7? Right towards 7. I will say, I do really like chasing these mini Supercells. Like, do I like chasing them more than the traditional ones? I wouldn't say so, but what I find really cool is that you're able to see, like, everything's super condensed, and you're able to see how Supercells work. It's so compact. It's just really cool. Just really cool. Might take this next road up here and take it north. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's still a little bit back west. I don't want to get too far east. 7 takes us too far east. So if this is
Just popping in here really quickly, I want to explain an interesting thing that's happening here on the radar. We're starting to get really close to the Weather Service radar office out here, so the storm is kind of getting interfered with that radar because it's so close to the radar that it's hard to see exactly what's going on. But to overcome that, what you can do is tilt up the beam of your radar. So here we are at tilt 3. This is scanning the mid-levels of the storm. Still see that hook echo on it. It's kind of occluded now, as Freddy was saying. It's kind of worked its way back off to the north. And we can do the same thing with our velocities here if we want to see what our velocities are doing. We're really close to the radar, so we got a lot of contamination, but if we tilt up the radar beam a little bit, we can still make out that there is a bit of a convergence signature. So we have these greens heading toward the radar, reds moving away from the radar. They're clashing together right now. So if this can organize, we may see a new cycle get ready to go on this.
Getting hit by a tornado, that sucks, obviously. You know, it's terrible, but I mean, that's how I think a lot of us have just kind of gotten into weather, though, and storm chasing. Like, for me, what got me into weather was I was afraid of lightning, and, you know. And then one day I had a really cool lightning storm that came through, and I was like, you know what, that's actually really cool. Like, it was weird. Like, I was just looking out the window, lightning struck when I was 5 years old. And instead of being afraid, I was like, that's actually pretty cool. And I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I saw the lightning and I wasn't afraid. Like, that's exactly what I said. I saw the lightning and I wasn't afraid. And then from that point forward, it quite literally sparked this passion. One lightning bolt literally sparked my passion for weather.
Bro was aura farming at 3 years old.
You know it, Charlie. You know it. You always got to aura farm. Never stop. Let me take this road here. Hey, Charlie, how did you get into weather? I haven't heard your story.
See, how I got into weather was I used to be scared of thunderstorms. And a little TV show called Storm Chasers came along on the Discovery Channel. And me and my dad would watch that, and I went, wow, I want to do that. And here we are.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you kind of started out with your dad too. Like for me, it started out with my dad as well. That's really cool. Yeah, Storm Chasers is what probably took my curiosity and turned it into a full-on bona fide passion for storm chasing. I think Storm Chasers was the show that really, like, you know, I thought storm chasing was cool and I wanted to do it. But man, when I watched Storm Chasers after that, that was what I wanted to do. I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked when Storm Chasers came out. I love that show. Weight limit 17 tons. Oh no. Let's see, worst part, ignore the warning. It's always a false alarm until it.
Me and my dad, our first chase together was the great moderate risk failure in 2020. And that was a great 4-hour drive to see rain.
If that wasn't a violent tornado, I would be dead, I'm sure. I ran downstairs when I heard the word of the thing hitting the house. See, yeah, that's the thing, Joanna. That's the thing, you know. There are a lot of false alarms out there, and, you know, I kind of see both sides of it, too. Gosh, look at this. What the? Why is that starting to look like a funnel right there? You see that, Chad? But yeah, there are a lot of false alarms out there. And I'll admit it, ICG. Dang! Alright, the storm. Can the storm, like, chill for a second? I'm trying to talk here. You chill? Anyway. But there are a lot of false alarms. I will say that. And maybe I shouldn't say false alarms. There's still a threat to them, right? It's not like there's no threat. There's definitely a threat. But, you know, the odds of your house actually being hit by a tornado are very low at the end of the day. Like, and a lot of people kind of treat it as if, well, if my house doesn't get hit by the tornado, it's a false alarm, right? Which I guess it is kind of in a sense, right? But that's just not really how warnings work, you know? Like, if there's a tornado anywhere within the tornado warning, to me that means the tornado warning is, you know, verified. But, you know, it's just tough. I see both sides of it, though. If I got like 1,000 tornado warnings and nothing ever happened, I'd probably be the same way if I wasn't into weather. If I'm being honest, I'd probably be the same way. I'd be like, this is a bunch of just baloney, you know? It's all a hoax. That's probably how I'd feel about the whole thing. Chad, you guys see all this vorticity up here? And sorry to cut you off there, Charlie. Believe me, I know all too well about the moderate risk bus. My dad and I chased 1,000 moderate risk bus when we started chasing. So that is how we got into chasing, honestly. Was chasing the good old Kansas moderate risk bus. But I don't know what this guy's doing behind me right now. But I'm just going to go around the... He might be like waiting for me to do something. I don't know. I want to get out, but I still got a little PTSD. Just in the year. You guys should know all too well that Lightning likes to snuggle up with us this year. Here we go. Stop here. Might hop out though for a sec. I might risk it just because, you know. Just for a second. I just want to see what's going on. Oh, jeez. Okay, so now we're kind of, well, it's rotating here now. I think this is where it's attempting to consolidate, is right here. Hop back in here before I die. See if I can lock the focus here for a second. There we go. Just want to lock it on this wide. Oh, man. But now, yeah, you take it seriously now. You see, like, that's just kind of how it goes, though. You know, like, that's just how it goes. Like I said, I'd be the exact same way. If I was not in the weather and had a bunch of false alarms, I would also do the same thing. So I think it's just more of human nature than anything. That's why I never really fault anybody for doing that. But I always do preach, though, that you take every warning seriously, right? Like, you know, flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, take them seriously. You know, they're legit. There's a reason the warnings are out there. Thanks, chat. Hey, thanks everybody. Who's our top fans right now? I kind of forgot that's a thing. Look, we got a little leaderboard here. Look at this. Looks like Martha's got the top spot. Jennifer's right behind. Joanna, 3rd place. Corgi in 4th place there. Lynette, 5th place. Donna, 6th place. Jen, 7th place. Native Nuggets in 8th. Joel, Fallon in 9th place. And Alejandro in 10th place there. There's our top 10 right now. There's the power rankings right now. Chat power rankings. It's kind of cool. YouTube added that new feature not too long ago, guys. I don't know what you guys... I think it's kind of cool, though. I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think of that new feature? Yeah, I don't really know what I guess to just keep following it for now, though. See, chat, we can't really leave it. As soon as we leave this thing, it's like it's gonna try to do something. It's almost over the radar. See the radar? It's very close to the radar right now. Oh, it's on. There we go. So it's getting hard to see, like, the velocity signature just because of how close it is. But yeah, she's a decent little sow. Decent little sow here. It's still rotating. You can see there's so much vorticity. See these little tubes? Look at that. Count it. Wedge. That's a good sign of a lot of vorticity, though, when you see all this just kind of stretching and a lot of 3-cape as well. You can tell a lot of vorticity, a lot of 3-cape out here. Really, the only reason, chat, this thing is not producing tornadoes, it's just not strong enough. This thing's too weak. It's been its problem for a while, actually. This thing's too weak to produce any tornadoes, so, yeah. Hey! Chad, I forgot his name. But hi. He's a nice guy, though. There's the updraft, actually. See, there's your cumulonimbus billowing up. Just a tiny storm. This whole storm is probably like 6 miles wide or so. So, just got the thumbs up. Chat, what does the thumbs up mean? Instead of a wave, I got the thumbs up. I'm gonna get back in the car here. Guys, look at how dirty the car is. Oh no, it's so bad. We're so cooked, man. The car is so dirty. That's what happens when you chase Morton, Dickens, Enderlin, Gary. I mean, there's so much tornado dust in this car. Think that means you're outstanding? Okay. Means you're doing great. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Be like that. Maybe he's watching the stream. Could be watching the stream. Wouldn't surprise me how many people have been watching today. By the way, Chad, once again, just want to shout out Mod Squad, Court, Coffee, Jen, Chris. Who else is in here right now? Who else is in here right now? Just shout out the Mod Squad, guys. Stimpy, Paige, if she's in here. Chad, if you've not already, be sure to join our Discord. Alright? So guys, we do have a Discord. Got the Storm Society Discord, so if you guys have not already, be sure to join that. Stimpy made the Discord, so if you guys want to chat after the stream or anything like that, be sure to go over there and join up. I hang out on there too, so I'm not like as active as I should be, but I need to start I'll start being on there a little bit more often. Charlie's on there, Eli's on there, the whole gang's on there, so. Your real biggest fan. You're my real biggest fan, Wayne? I don't know, we'll see, Wayne. We'll see. I'm just gonna take this thing up to 7. Take the road up to 7 and just kind of reevaluate. Figure out what I want to do from there. Whoops. Like I said, Chad, as soon as this storm's cooked, probably end the chase for the day. As soon as it's certified cooked. And then I'll probably either send you guys to Ben or Storm Runner. If Ben's still alive, I might send you guys to Ben. Unless Ben's done too. Ben might be done chasing though, so I don't know. We'll see. I know Storm Runner's up there right now. Chat, Storm Runner only had like 300 watching. We gotta fix that. We gotta get Garrett some more people. Guys, Garrett, by the way, chat, Garrett's back out here. Just want to do a quick plug, but Garrett with Storm Runner Media is back out here chasing. So, and he has been very patiently waiting for a good setup to chase. He's gonna be up there chasing along with Brandon and Connor and Corey up there. You're so close. That's right, Leslie. You're KC, right? Grand Valley, northeast of you. No way. Give the super chat, Leslie. Where the heck is Grand Valley? Northeast of you. I believe you though. I don't see it on the map, but that's pretty cool. Alright, here's our road. I might even just stop here for a second, or I don't even know where am I gonna go after this. Can I go north? I might have to go north a little bit, or I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what to do. Oh my gosh, chat. Just need to send it after one of these guys. Just wait. Oh my gosh. Freaking tired. Just send it. Whatever. I'm not getting a break anytime soon, so I'll just send it in traffic. Dr. Fred. Whoa, Dr. Fred's bridge. Chad, this is Dr. Fred's bridge. What a guy. What an honor. Shout out to Dr. Fred for the bridge there. It's pretty cool. I might look for a little spot up here we can pull off. Maybe take this up to that 58. Actually, I think 58's right here. Yeah, maybe I'll take this 58 or. Center lane closed. Where should I go from here? We set the Cash App. What? Thaddeus? Is that how you say your name? Jeez, I probably butchered that too, but thank you for the $40 Cash App there, man. THADDEUS. How do you pronounce your name? Keep right. What does that mean? Alright. I don't know what's happening here, but thank you for the super chat, man. Or not the super chat, the Cash App. PPS 2046 with the super chat. You're about 2 miles from me in Pleasant Hill. Let's go, dude. Got so many people watching from this neck of the woods. Shout out to everybody watching the stream right now. Okay. Why, dude, chat, look at this. Why does this look so funnely here? Look at this. Why does it look so funnely here? See, this is the, on the west side, but I mean, if you want to call it one, feel free. Definitely looks like a funnel though, doesn't it? With how smooth and just symmetrical it is, but it's not one. There's like another little spinny guy up there too. That's what I'm saying, guys. This stuff is so close. If it were to get a little bit stronger, I think we'd have tornadoes. I really think we'd have some tornadoes on this thing if she was a little bit stronger. Because, I mean, look at that. Tell me that does not look like it could do something if we had a little bit more robust of a storm going here. Like, come on. Like, come on, dude. I'm going to put in, like, Lone Jack and kind of route us up that way, I think. Maybe take a road up here. I got a road. So reroute this here real quick. Lone Jack. Take me to Lone Jack. The Taco Bell up here. Oh shoot, chat. Uh-oh, chat. The stream phone's at 0%. Oh my gosh. Chat, the stream phone has 1% on it. Oh my gosh, we were almost that was almost bad. I caught it the last second. You guys have to be plugged in here for a moment. But seriously though, if I have enough cord, come on cord. Doesn't that look a little sus? Like, I almost wonder if it's like the same process as a funnel, just it's so weak you can't call it one. That's kind of what I'm feeling like that is. I feel like that is like a funnel minus the fact that it's just not really, it's probably rotating very, very slowly. But there's zero threat with that thing. There's a cut all the way around it too. Smooth. It's got the look. Just doesn't have enough oomph to it. Charlie, is it finally actually cooked for real? Oh my god. Laser.
Yeah.
Radar detector picked up a laser, so. I'm gonna shoot just a little bit east. Get out ahead of it. But if I identify this thing as like a certified just done, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I absolutely hate wasting your guys' time. Plus, I'm not feeling that great, if I'm going to be honest, so I don't really want to push myself too hard. If this thing is legitimately cooked, I don't really want to cook myself, if you know what I mean. Get just out ahead of this rain. We'll take a peek at it, chat. We're gonna make a quick, I'm gonna do a quick look at the storm, and if it's cooked, I'm probably gonna send you guys, let me see if Ben's still running, or is Ben not? Nah, Ben shut off his stream. He said it's cooked. Okay, well then if that's the case, then I'll probably send you guys over to Storm Runner. I know Storm Runner's live. Storm Runner's only got 300 watching. Like that actually annoys me. Yeah, I'm gonna get just down ahead of the precept. We'll take a quick look at the storm, and if it's certified cooked, well, we're gonna things up here. Look at this hydroplaning here. Thanks for that, Sarah. Hey, you've been a kind words there. I mean, it's not that, I know you guys like to watch, you know, the streams and stuff. I mean, obviously, like, you know, a lot of you guys could just watch people drive down the road, do nothing. I just, like, I have a very underservicing.
Alrighty, I'm stepping in here as we wait for our service to pop back on. I might not have to step in here. Looks like we may be back.
Please start servicing. Service. Please start servicing. Please. I guess not. Anyway, what I was saying really quickly, I have a very high standard for myself, so I just like to make sure that whenever I go live or whenever I'm streaming, there's like, the expectation is relatively high, you know. But I still appreciate the kind words, though. I'm glad there's people out there that still watch and enjoy hanging out with us regardless on what's happening. You know, even if the storms are being a little bit weak like they are today, guys still tune in and watch the streams, donate, smash the like button, hang out with the community, mods show up. You know, it's just great community we got here. Just stellar community we got. So I'm gonna look for a little place to see if we can stop somewhere. Cactus chat. You're never gonna believe it. Cactus just sent a $200 PayPal. Thank you, Cactus. W Cactus with a $200 PayPal there, sir. What a guy.
Alright, chat. I'm stepping in once again as we wait for the... Maybe not. Bye-bye, everyone. The connection's back.
Wait, maybe it's working. But yes, thank you, Cactus, for the service there. What a guy. Much love, brother. What's this guy flashing me for? What's this guy flashing me for? Maybe they're watching the stream, actually. You guys good? I'm gonna pull. I don't know what they're flashing me for tonight. Truck's flashing me from behind me right now, so. See what's going on here. These guys are flashing me here, so. Oh, you're watching the stream?
Snacks for you. We've been following you since Harrisonville.
Oh shoot! Wait, you got snacks? No way. No. This is crazy. Okay, what's your guys' names?
Terry and April.
You said Terry?
Yeah, we watch you all the time.
Oh, no way. What's your name, too?
Terry and
Terry and
April.
April.
Terry and April. You guys are the best. You got me, what? Dark chocolate and Lay's chips here? There's no way. No, you're good. I got drinks in there. But yeah, nice to meet you, though.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we watch you all the time.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
Have for years, even back whenever you're with Brian, working a lot with Brian.
Oh, wow. So you guys are long-time viewers then,
Yeah,
too. That's
yeah.
amazing. Well, this is the first I've never had somebody pull up with
close to our
snacks.
house,
Yeah.
so we thought we'd go run you down.
Yeah, well, I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the snacks, too. I've never had anybody pull up and give me snacks before like
No,
that.
you have.
So that's
Welcome
definitely
to
a
Pleasant
first.
Hill.
Thank you. Hey, you guys are so nice. The sheriff pulled up
Yeah,
earlier,
we
and
seen
then,
it. Yeah.
you know, somebody else showed up, too. So just the hospitality
Be
around here is
safe.
amazing.
Thanks for all you do.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you've been in some crazy storms this year.
Yeah, it's been a wild year. 2025 has just been the year of just tornadoes, you know. It's just been, and it's been all over North Dakota, Texas, Nebraska, you know. Not so much around here, which is probably good for you guys, but,
Right.
you know.
Right. Well, we respect the tornadoes, so we watch it.
Yeah. Do you guys do any chasing on your own?
No.
No, you just gotta leave it to us,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So. Yeah, it's probably smart,
Yeah.
honestly. It's maybe not the safest hobby.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, great seeing you guys.
Take
and
care.
thank you so much for the snacks again.
You're welcome.
No
Hey,
problem, man.
Your names again were
Terry and April.
Terry and April. Guys, everybody, thank Terry and April for the snacks there in the chat there. So it's amazing. I was wondering why you were flashing me. It's like, did I do something? You know, did I cut them off, or are they?
No, I just wanted you to pull over so we could get you a snack.
Thought maybe you were a cop for a second. I was like, getting
What
pulled
have I done
over.
now?
Yeah. Anyways, you guys are
Take care.
amazing. So thank you so much.
Yep. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. What the heck, chat? That's crazy. Chat, there's no way. Terry and April. Guys, Terry and April just pulled up. Look at this. I mean, you kidding me? Chocolate covered blueberries here from Terry and April. So what the heck? That's so random. You kidding me? And look at this. Actually, they're not Lay's. They're probably better than Lay's. They're probably like some like really fancy type stuff here too. So yeah. Oh, here they come again. Thanks, guys. Should have gotten a photo with them, actually. Should have gotten a photo with them. Least I could do for the IRL donation, but yeah, I know they're still watching the stream, so they're great people. Like I said, guys, I mean, gosh, it's part of Missouri and Kansas. Everybody's been so nice and friendly. Just it's just incredible. Incredible hospitality out here. Like, you know, man, they know how to treat me right out here. Guys, I think the storm is done. Look at that. It's just evaporating into thin air. Charlie, it's cooked. It's done. It's game over. So what I might do real quick, guys, I might open a package here.
We successfully killed another storm.
Chad, I do have some packages here that you guys have sent me. I'm going to open one here real quick. This one's from Donna. I'm so far behind on opening packages on stream. I'm going to open this one real quick. Put you guys over here for a second. This one is from Donna. I don't want to leak her address or anything here, but Donna sent me this package all the way from Montana. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this here real quick because I'm so far behind. I've just been so busy, you know, I haven't had time to open stuff on stream, but I'll get one in here real quick. And then we'll figure out what we're doing here next. So, but this one, like I said, is from Donna Sonmaker, or Donna Stafford. Donna Sonmaker Stafford. Okay, Donna Stafford here, all the way from Montana. Just two of these things in here. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Got a note. Hi, Freddy and Eli. Uh-oh, this one also is for Eli, so we'll have to let Eli know about this one. I just want to say thank you for covering our beautiful state of Montana this past weekend. Okay, so this was from our Montana chase. I would have stopped and said hello, but didn't realize it was the two of you when I was on my mission to say hi to Connor. So glad you got slowed down in Montana so you could see that amazing tornado in Nebraska. I hope you enjoy these cups. Sincerely, Donna Stafford, Montana YouTube. Sauna Shine. I'm so bad with names. If you see a hello from Central Montana, that's me. Let's go. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out, guys, for Sonneshin. Sonneshein. I hope you're in the chat. Probably not, but if you are, thank you for the mail there. Thank you for the mail. So let's check this cup. I'll open this one. One of them is for Eli, actually. So check this out here real quick. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Chasing Montana 2020. It has a custom cup. Look at this. Custom travel mug here. Wait, this one's for Eli. Look. It says Eli on there. The other one's gotta say me. Alright, I'm gonna put this one away. This one's for Eli. That is so cool. There's no way. Guys, keep an eye out for her in the chat, because we got to make sure she knows that we opened her package here. Yeah, okay, this one's for me. It says Freddy on the top. I should have known better, but... Oh, wait, this one's different. Look at this. This one's got a little tornado on it. Look at that. The storm is calling and I must go, is what it says. The storm is calling and I must go. And look at that right there. It says Freddy right on the... That's so cool. That's so cool, chat. That's actually so cool. So, like I said, I'll have to give Eli his gift here soon. That's cool. That also really cool you thought of Eli to get one. We'll have to get Charlie something here too. Something here. I bet somebody sent a Charlie gift. I'll have to go through my packages. But that is so cool. Donna, a.k.a. Sonneshein. Guys, how do you say that? Sonneshein, dude. I can't do it. I cannot do this today. But yes, that is just incredible. Keep an eye out for her in the chat. Make sure she knows that we opened her gifts there. That's so cool, though. Look at that. It's really cool. But yeah, with that being said, guys, it's cooked. It is cooked. I'm going to save some of the rest of these packages for later just because I think Eli might be involved in some more of these as well. Some of them literally say Eli on them. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this stream here. Charlie, if you could hit the button here in a little bit just when we wrap it up. Because like I said, my laptop is dead. But we're going to wrap it up here. Actually... do I have a little juice in my laptop here? Please tell me I do. I want to raid Storm Runner. Oh, I have just enough. Actually, I think I could do it, Charlie. I have just enough. But we're going to wrap up the stream here in a second. Charlie, anything you want to say to these fine viewers? Anything you want to say to these fine viewers here before we let them all go and watch Garrett for a little while? Save that here real quick.
Bye-bye, everyone. I'll miss you.
Wow, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. But anyway, thank you guys for smashing the like button. Almost to 3,000 likes on the stream. Still got 2,000 of you guys watching. 80,000 views. That's incredible. Support here is amazing. Thank you for all the super chats and memberships, everybody. Mod Squad, thank you for doing an amazing job as always. We're going to wrap things up here. Send you guys over to Storm Runner Media here. Everybody, I want everybody to spam in Storm Runner Media's chat W Garrett. I want you guys to spam W Garrett in the chat. We're going to send you guys over there here real quick. I got it set up. I'm going to go ahead and hit the end button here in a second. Just kidding. I don't know what just happened. Going to hit it here in a second. Take care, everybody. Catch you guys on the next one.